probably put notice into Discord.
Yes, we are. We are up and running. It's packet lost time. Woo!
Yay!
Hi.
We're doing a thing.
Hello,
We does the
everybody.
thing. Hello.
I'm a hide in my blanket.
No hiding.
Goodbye.
No hiding.
No hiding's allowed.
I'm gone. I can still see you all, but you cannot see me.
I forgot.
You cannot see me.
You can see my forehead real good, though.
Your shiny, shiny forehead.
Yeah, it's not that shiny. It's only one shiny worth of shiny.
I have a shiny forehead. I understand.
But,
Joke's on you guys. I have the shiniest forehead here.
I mean, that's
Well,
just...
I'm not gonna deny that.
you have the shiniest top head here, too.
Okay,
True.
so he said it first. I was gonna be like, that's just bald, but I didn't want to be mean.
Yes, that was the joke.
I didn't want to be mean.
Let's see. I'm just making sure I've put my
My hair is
This is in the
exceptionally
places.
anime character.
Oh no, I can see my microphone.
Mm.
Okay, cool.
Also, I have delicious caramel popcorn.
Hooray.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Now my
It's the
hair
kind-
is significantly less anime character.
It's the kind of caramel that's like
Boo.
super buttery and melty instead of the chewy kind.
Oh,
It's
that's the
so good.
stuff.
Mm.
So it's like dulce de leche.
Mm-hmm. It made the popcorn like nice and soft, and it just.
I tend to like kettle corn way better than caramel.
Kettle corn is some good stuff, but this is some
Kettle
homemade.
corn is my favorite.
Yeah,
I'm
This is
not a
some-
big
like the
fan of
very
kettle
light
corn because
sheen.
I like my stuff savory, not as much.
Not so sweet.
Mm.
When I go to the movie theaters, though, I like putting the ranch on it instead of any of the other options.
I bought too much popcorn when I went to the movies yesterday, but it's been so long since I've seen a movie in the theater and had just a bunch of popcorn.
Every time you go to the movies, you must buy a large soda and a large popcorn. That is what has to happen.
Nah, it's a large.
It is a
icy.
requirement.
Mm.
You can
I
go
don't-
with icy. I personally love cherry Coke, so I treat
Cherry
myself
Coke,
to a
cherry Coke out of a fountain in a movie theater has something about it that is
Right.
very unique.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the rules have changed since the last time I went to the movies, but that's only because I haven't been to the movies in a long time.
I used to enjoy getting ices, but like their consistency is very misleading about how much you actually have in them.
Mm.
Because really, it's only like half full. Because apparently, in some places, like ices are carbonated, but the carbonation make them expand, and so when it starts melting and that carbonation fizzes out, it
I
shrinks
mean,
back
to be
down.
fair though, with movies being like 3.5 hours long, you only want a third of the liquid, right?
Not if I'm paying $10 for it.
That's true.
That's a valid point.
That is in fact a good point.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What?
I'm.
So what's everybody been up to? I feel like I haven't
Uh,
seen Saintguard in eons.
It's been about 2
probably 'cause you
weeks.
Haven't. I mean, yeah, I
Not
like.
since
I
last
didn't.
year.
I didn't.
It's been a year.
I
It's
didn't
a whole new
stream
decade since we've
since, like,
seen Saint.
It has been 13 days since I have streamed. I know this because I was just on my creator dashboard. It was like, this is the last year activity feed. I'm like, that's a little depressing. But yeah, I've been doing holiday things, being with family, and like
Ringing
not-
the jingly bells and stuff.
not working on my design projects, which I should be doing.
Yeah.
Because I have like 4 of them now. Because I have Republic City by Night, which, to be fair, I have a list of stuff, and all of it is just like I look at it and I'm like, I don't know how to write this stuff, and I will figure it out later. Which is just like, no, you should just write it. There's the original setting for Republic City by Night, which is a case of figuring out like stuff like name conventions. And I went down a Wikipedia rabbit hole yesterday of looking at the Kuomintang, who were a political party. They're still a political party in Taiwan, but they were one of the big political parties in the Republic of China back in the beginning of the 20th century. And like, that's a whole thing that's just like really complicated in the warlord period in China and all that. And then I'm working on a murder mystery hack for Firebrands. Because
really?
Yeah, because I was
when did that start?
About a week ago.
So the only thing I
I'm
know
interested.
about political history in China is that motherfucker Liu Bei always runs away.
Look, you must pursue. Lu Bu must be pursued.
Liu Bu, that was it.
Yes,
Liu Bu.
Well, you're thinking Liu Bei, but there's still
There's Liu Bei and there's Lu Bu, but Lu Bu must always be pursued.
Right, yes.
Yes, I got you.
Thank you for helping me out with that.
I got you. But yeah, I'm working because we were talking, I'm in a Masks game off stream, and we were talking, and it was like, what system would you use for a murder mystery? And I was just like, I don't know any good systems, but I feel like you could do it in Firebrands, because for Firebrands the focus would be if you've watched the Clue movie, and I guess it's not really a spoiler because this is a thing. The Clue movie has multiple endings.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before.
Back when they originally showed it, each theater had a different ending. Would show a different ending instead of all of them having the same ending. Because the movie has I think 5 endings, if I remember correctly from the last time I see it. So the important thing with doing the Firebrands hack version is that you do not figure out who the murderer is. There is no designated murderer. You just figure it out during the game and you blame somebody, basically.
You did it.
Yeah.
You're guilty.
Because the thing in the game is currently how I'm working with it is that everyone has suspicious things about them, and everybody has a motive for killing, in this case, the host. The host is a character everybody creates.
When I make my character, he's just going to be called the Colonel. And he's going to have a great mustache, and that's it.
Is he going to make banging fried chicken?
Is he going to carry around a bottle of mustard?
Probably.
Weapon of choice, candlestick.
Candlestick.
Yeah, he kills people with spicy brown mustard.
It's a question of what the focus of your murder mystery is, and for this Firebrands hack currently, it's just making sure that somebody gets the blame, because otherwise the cops will probably just arrest all of you for being an accessory to murder.
I really like the concept of there's no mechanic for actually determining who the murderer is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've talked to you about this before, about how one of my favorite board games, you're trying to solve a murder, but really you're trying to pin it on somebody.
Yes, Android.
Yep.
We played it.
Yep.
So I remember because Esteni crushed us in that game.
Also true.
So,
but I meant
Hitler is amazing, and we just played
Hitler.
the first game of Secret Hitler that I've ever actually been in over New Year's Eve.
I was almost asleep at this point of the evening.
So anyway, I immediately called the fascist and Hitler and was like, shoot them both.
Wow.
And my answer for everything they did was 9.
Wow.
Good. I'm glad you're the naysayer who was right.
It was amazing. It was so funny. Everybody wanted to shoot me by the end of it. They're like, I don't even care who's Hitler. Just kill him. Kill him, please.
My favorite thing for Secret Hitler is that there is a tabletop simulator mod that's Secret Palpatine.
Nice.
It's my favorite thing. It's dumb, but I love it.
And yeah, there's your Last Jedi spoiler. Palpatine was always secretly there the whole time.
Oh, it's a Last Jedi spoiler now.
And somehow managed to conceal a planet's worth of Star Destroyers under the water because he had his galactic paper route to pay for them.
Rise of Skywalker, a movie I have no intention of seeing. Yes. I asked somebody about the movie and it was just like,
It was a good movie.
see, the bad thing though is it's not really a spoiler because they tell you Palpatine's alive in the trailer, and it's like, just secret Palpatine. He was secretly there. Like, if you go back and watch the movies, every scene just has like a little tiny Palpatine somewhere lurking around a corner. It's like Abrams is just like, he's there the whole time. You just didn't see it.
So from everything that I understand, from everything that I've read, it really could have been a good movie. But the problem is that JJ hated everything that Rian Johnson did.
Yeah,
so half of the movie was him retconning everything.
Here's the thing. JJ turned down doing the second movie. So it really is all his own fault.
Right. And like, spoiler free, yes, it is that. Like, the last movie is J.J. Abrams desperately rushing to cram 2 movies into one and pretending like the last movie didn't happen. Like, you literally see Rose from the last movie, and she's like, well, I would like to go on this adventure with you guys, but I've got homework to do, so I'm going to be off in the corner not working or doing anything. And they're like, okay, bye.
It's a shame, too, because apparently that was actually Disney's decision. JJ actually tried to keep her in the movie more because she even had 2 scenes with Rey. So the big thing that was going around was a lot of her stuff
without her, really.
Well, yes, I agree with you there, but she could have had better dialogue in the sequel, right? Like, I felt like Rian Johnson just didn't treat her well. Like, she
could have had better dialogue.
Right. So like, if they fixed her in this movie, great. You know what I mean? But like, I felt like they didn't even give her a chance in this one. They were just like, well, you know, people said they didn't like her in the last one, so get rid of her. Like,
my thing for the sequels is, one, I don't like the sequel trilogy to begin with, just as an entire product. Yeah. Like, I do not like where they went, just in general. Like, I don't find it interesting. Like, the movies themselves are fine. Like, as much as I don't like The Last Jedi, it's a fine movie. It's got really, like, amazing special effects and stuff. Like, there are things to find in those movies that are good, but I just don't like the sequel trilogies. You know what I do like in Star Wars, though, is The Mandalorian.
Oh,
it kicks ass and takes names.
So I haven't seen more than the first episode.
That and The Witcher. The Witcher show is so good.
Witcher is also amazing.
I also binged The Witcher over the last...
Henry Cavill as The Witcher is actually
so good, right? I was so
good.
mad when they cast Henry Cavill and he came out that terrible wig, and everybody was just like, "What is wrong with you people?"
Yeah, and then
it's so bad. But like,
in
the show, they actually make it look amazing. So
also, Jaskier has all the right energy.
Right on. It's amazing. He's so
absolutely
good.
Terrible, and I love it.
So.
Yes.
What segueing back to terrible movies. So when I finished watching The Witcher and Mandalorian, I had nothing else to watch. I was browsing Netflix and I stumbled across a second Doom movie.
Oh God!
And
the one with the Rock, right?
No.
Thing I remember.
This is a different one.
Is we got free tickets to go. It was like one of those screening things, and one of my friends had free tickets to go. And it was so bad that in the middle of the movie, somebody stood up. Like, you see like a whole bunch of like body parts strewed across in the background, and they're like dilapidated and all this stuff, right? And my friend just stands up in the middle of this like press screening event, right? And he's like, "That's a titty!" And the whole place started cracking up laughing.
Right.
Like, it was so funny. The movie was just so bad that the whole place was like on board with like starting the Mystery Science Theater this thing.
Yeah. No, like this one was bad. So first thing that it was is basically the first movie didn't happen. This is its own self-contained thing. But the first thing that made me upset is basically it's on Mars still. They're doing like they made the teleporter thing, and the teleporter connects to hell, and so people get possessed. Blah blah blah. But when the Marines show up to do their MacGuffin mission for the reason that the main character is there, the first body they find after this hell incursion is the body of Sergeant Blazkowicz. And I was just like, no, how dare you?
How dare?
That's an interesting crossover.
Well, you know that he's it is a canon crossover, though.
Yeah, it is a canon crossover. Just
and
like
the original Doom, you are playing as a Blazkowicz or Blazkowicz. I'm really
Blazkowicz.
bad with, I'm really bad with the Polish pronunciation.
Polish names are very difficult having
But-
been to Poland.
Yeah, no, it's a
BJ
throwback.
Blaskowitz, as
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
that comes from a Polish neighborhood.
Yeah,
It's-
there
it's-
we go.
It is a throwback. It's not BJ, but they call him Blaskowicz, and basically he's the first body they find, and it's like, how dare, because that's
How
who you're
dare you.
playing. That's who you're playing in the original Doom game.
Yeah.
And he has connections to BJ from Wolfenstein as like family, and so it was like, well, I'm immediately checked out because you're saying that Blaskowicz can't handle this shit, but these no-name Marines are apparently able to do it, and this is like Sci-Fi Channel. They off-screen killed the Doom guy. Fluff. Sorry, you don't even see him do anything. He is just dead. Everybody in the movie dies, but the main character, because of course they do.
So they
Yeah.
adopted the alien concept.
Mm-hmm. And the ending, it's not worth watching the movie at all. But the ending, the ending is basically she ends up fighting her way out of hell back through a portal that gets her to the Earth side, and you find out that the scientist guy who's in charge of this teleporter thing has been possessed by a demon the whole time, and so he's trying to open a gate for hell to conquer Earth and stuff. But you have this conversation between the scientist on Mars who's possessed and a scientist on Earth who's like a good guy, who's like, hey, the first experiment you did failed and it killed a guy, and the ethics board is going to hear about this, and we're not going to let all this happen. Like, this guy makes like legitimate, I'm not in a movie, I'm using real world logic that all of these bad things are happening, so we need to shut this program down. And the main scientist is like, no, this is my life work. But then when she jumps out of the hell portal at the end of the movie, lands in front of this guy who was very much intent on shutting down the movie. Apparently he forgot about all of that and was just like, well, the head scientist is going to teleport himself through here to evacuate from the base, and they should be on their way. And she's like, no, something bad happened and you have to shut this down and we need to go. And he's like, nah, that's silly. Let's go ahead and drug her up because she's probably like loopy from teleporting, and let's go greet the new scientist once he comes through. No, it's the portal to hell. It opens up and the movie cuts to everybody dying, and it's just like, did you forget your own plot point from an hour ago?
Probably.
This is why in the Doom reboot, with as little story as it has, because it's almost all background.
Yeah.
I really, really like Samuel Hayden.
All I have to say is it has a hook shot, which is just fucking amazing. Like, how do you make Doom better? Put a fucking hook shot in Doom. That's how you make Doom better.
Oh boy.
I am so on board.
Oh, for Doom
Half-assed-
Eternal. I was just talking about
Speaking
2016.
Yeah,
half-assed
the new
space horror movies, I've been diving headfirst, like listening to the audiobooks and everything of the Alien universe.
Mm.
It is surprisingly fleshed the fuck out to like no end. There is so much to the Alien universe.
You know,
we're not going down a Geiger spiel again.
You,
No,
you know,
I'm not.
Oh,
I
you
don't
should have
care,
heard.
nope.
You should have heard them the other day. You want to know what an alien is? It's a dick. Aliens are dicks, guys. Aliens are penises, guys.
No. I was there during
Well, I mean,
during Bag of Bones. I was
That
there.
was so
was a
funny.
nightmare.
you
I
know,
was
who you
part of
can
that.
thank.
I'm like, I'm
you
trying to run a show here, and you're all like, but it's phallic.
You can thank
But
slash
it's a
blame
show.
for how much stuff is in the Alien universe. James Cameron. David Cameron.
Cameron?
You cannot thank a former British Prime Minister. James Cameron.
I
is
mean,
the
you
person-
could.
You could. You'd be wrong. But you could. But James Cameron, because he is basically the person who created Weyland-Yutani as it is. And so that's, their connection. Also, of course, I don't remember who did it. The Blade Runner Alien connection. I don't remember who did that, but yes, that is very important for filling in Alien.
But yes, I totally support Outro's dig down the space horror rabbit hole because it is an amazing genre. So
Yes.
Look, my next character on this will have a goblin-esque German accent as well.
But back to good stuff one more time before we leave. Everybody needs to watch The Mandalorian. So when I start to do way stuff and I say I'm doing the hand thingy, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
This is the way.
This is the way.
No, we made that joke 2 weeks ago.
This is the way.
I think that is.
So that's it. That's the show. Reset before we all leave.
Did it.
I think that is actually what the ability is called too.
It's called the way, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
This is the way.
the way, not the force. Subject of our game, we actually have something to choose before we cut back into the action.
We're
because
doing a thing.
Our
Thank
ship
you,
had.
thank you, Saint, for always being on top of the experience that I
You're
never pay any attention to at all.
You're welcome. We have an advance for the packet loss.
What would you guys like to take?
Yeah, do we want to get a special ability, or do we want to get cruise ship upgrade things, or do we want to upgrade our own ship?
What can we take that we can use to blow crazy way guy up?
Oh, him, right? Yeah. Nothing on here, probably.
Where is the death laser that tracks one specific person ability?
You have to find the death laser. You can't just get it. You gotta find it.
Okay, so
first.
let's actually stop making jokes and actually look up what the crew advancements are.
Yeah, so we have of course the special abilities
Um,
for smugglers. We can also take some
Right.
veteran abilities from bounty hunters and from rebels. Since those are things that we may want to look at because they're fun and helpful. But yeah, and we also have stuff like we can take, I don't know, more training things because we have training and insight but nothing else. We can have a workshop. Except the person who was working on said alien artifact is no longer here because she's in jail.
I'm in jail.
But we do have somebody who's a mystic, so
Money
it's
well
fine.
spent, guys.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen any like MXR or MXR mods, but that every time somebody says I'm in jail or I am going to jail, I always think of his girlfriend because whenever they do like memes about like pedophiles and stuff, she's always like, I'm going to jail in this cute little chibi voice. So I can literally see Glitch because Glitch is this cute little Asian character. She's like getting arrested. She's like, I'm going to jail.
Jokes
I don't
on
know
you.
what
When
MXR
I know
what
what XR is. I watch their mod stuff all the time.
It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Little did you know that when you guys see Glitch again, she's just gonna be like prison Harley Quinned out.
Yes, I can see it.
Like prison changed her. You have no idea.
So let's see. So we can take leverage because we have a lot of heat in a lot of systems, so that could be useful.
Could be. It just basically means, hey, do you want your helpful factions to not be helpful to you anymore? This is fine. Something we could take from the Fire Drake is Forged in Fire. Your crew has been toughened by cruel experience. You each get +1 die to all resistance rolls.
That is pretty good.
That sounds delicious.
Which I know a group that's appreciated that. It's called my Reflexity by Night group appreciated something like that.
I mean, that certainly happens a lot.
We make a lot of resistance rolls.
Yeah, I feel like our stress comes from 90% of resistance.
Yeah,
rolls.
so we could do Forge and Fire. We could take that veteran advance.
If everybody's cool with that,
I think
that
it's-
works
I
out.
like it.
All right,
Mhm.
let's do it then. Cool. I'll write that. I'll write that down.
I will fix everyone's character sheets.
Forge in Fire.
Let's see here.
Your crew.
Ah,
has been
there are
toughened
numbers.
by
I see
cruel
numbers on my
experience.
sheet.
I would
Numbers.
I would say facing off against an eldritch horror counts as cruel experience.
I think so.
Among the
I
other
feel
things
like
that
we've
have
got.
happened.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say. I feel like we've done a lot of pretty horrible experiences.
Including, shooting somebody in the head for their heart and then leaving that crew person.
Hey,
behind.
nobody in
And
the
the
crew
heart.
was there for that.
It's nobody who's currently on the crew is.
Okay.
Very
Good.
important.
I fixed everybody's character sheets so that it will automatically add that +1 to your resistance rolls.
You're the best.
Nice.
Awesome. Then why don't we get into where we left off? So
Yeah, we might. Maybe one of us retconning an action they took.
we'll do that. Let me refresh everyone's memory. So did I post that to the public thing or no?
Did you post what?
Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, just the picture I drew from the stray light. So so the crew got a job to intercept an artifact that was being that was going to be handed off or sold here at the Stray Light, which is a high-class nightclub bar, which is all held in a wandering starship. Like it's like a space station that moves around the system of Rin. It's bigger than most spaceships and is basically just a full-time party central. And that y'all knew that this was going down. And when you arrived, Face was pulled into a side room by Chance, the owner of the Stray Light, where they had a very private discussion.
It's fine. I was pumping him for information.
Right.
Did you say that
This was all for the good of the team.
Mm-hmm.
you chanced upon him?
Yes.
Perhaps?
Well, he chanced upon me, I think. He pulled me into the room. So.
The crew did not
Fair.
do anything at all when they saw Face get slapped and then pulled into a room. They were like, oh, that's just Face.
That's like a normal reaction for Face.
They continued on into the main bar area where they believed that the handoff was going to take place. They found who the target was that has the item currently. They were going to try to pose as the buyer, but realized that she was looking not with her eyes, but with the way. And they did not have a way to fool that. So, Flashbulb, in a quick thinking way to stay close without raising suspicion, said, oh, no, I was supposed to be here with the table next to yours. And the occupant of that table agrees. Oh, yep, totally. She sits down and what do you know? It's her old friend Chas. Sorry, friend.
Friend, yes.
Where he...
Rival.
Yes, rival. Where he demands payment for helping her out of the situation for her to be his arm candy tonight. While she agrees, Cecilia goes over and gets some drinks and puts some drugs in the one that she hands to Chas.
You're welcome.
Because Cecilia is a real friend.
Mm-hmm.
Just drugging your rivals like any friend would do.
He was only a little bit creepy.
Just a little. Just a tad.
Just a Chad. What?
I see what you did there.
In the meantime, Triage had been distracting some of the thugs that appear to be acting as protection for the person in the booth who has the artifact. One of those thugs shares the booth with her, and then there were a few more around the dance floor, and Triage kept them busy with her sick dance moves and her
so good.
And her was active camouflage looking kind of lab coat.
It's like sequins, but the sequins are active camouflage on one side, and on the other side it's
void.
Oh no, yeah, void.
God.
Darkness.
I'm glad. This is.
By the
this
way,
is
the
what
picture
Freddie
was pretty
Mercury would
great.
wear.
Yes,
This is what he would wear.
I agree completely.
Picture is great. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Celia had used her way powers to try to get a bead on the buyer who was coming in, and she spotted him just before he entered the bar area and went to intercede, hitting him in the face with the door. And at that same moment,
with a crit, by the way, that was pretty amazing.
yes,
Yeah,
with a crit.
The critical door hit. That was so funny.
This large man Did I describe him other than large?
I don't know that we really got a good look at him.
I don't think so. I mean, you got a good feel for his bulkiness as you hit him with the door. And he's like stunned and stumbles a few steps back. He's wearing a hood that's up, so you can't really see his features yet either. Flashbulb noticed Cecilia making a beeline for the door and was going to do something, maybe?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I think the player was being a bit hasty. So I think the thing that happened at the end of last episode was like Flashbulb was imagining this as a course of action, and it was like looks at Triage doing her sick dance moves, looks at the door and being like, "Not the alarm has not been raised or anything." So she's just gonna be like, "I'm going to sit back a little bit and see what Cecilia does."
Oh,
just see what she does next, because if she needs backup, I'll be there.
Well, at the same time, we cut sideways to see that Chance and Face have finished their discussion, and Face was going to try to convince Chance to cut the power so that they could have a moment of confusion there on the dance floor. So you're definitely going to need to make a roll here, but why don't you tell me a little bit more about what that looks like? Chance, as we didn't really describe him today, although I did describe him before. He's a little bit shorter than Face, but he wears high heels. He's got like kind of a disco look to him with like flare
I love his hair.
Pants and sleeves. And his hair is like a bluish teal that like is set in waves and then tipped with white, so it actually looks like waves crashing on a beach.
Super cool.
And I drew this, and I should post that in the Discord, plural. And yeah, so what do you do? What do you say? How do you convince him?
So
that
I assume we're able to like look through some kind of like double-edged window or something, knowing that like this is like his section, so that like I can kind of see the club.
I mean, I definitely think that he has some kind of like one-way mirror window, whatever, that overlooks the main dance floor, like his office or something. Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah.
Okay, so seeing kind of what's going on right now with the fight kind of breaking out near the dance floor, and then like...
Well, there's not really a fight breaking out. What you would have seen is Cecilia, our squid-headed friend, making a beeline across the dance floor for one of the doors.
Wasn't there like a martial arts fight at some point?
Briefly. Okay, so
early.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Martial arts.
You were busy when that happened.
Okay,
It was just the song "Kung Fu Fighting" came on. It's fine.
Yeah.
That happened a little while ago. You see Triage on the dance floor, decidedly keeping 2 or 3 goons busy. They all have matching like pendants on their shirts. Even though they're not like wearing uniforms or anything, you can identify they're all part of the same group by these matching pendants. Off in one corner, there is a woman wearing a matching pendant, as well as a different woman who looks like femme Indiana Jones, but dressed up to be at a club as opposed to being
at
out.
A dig site.
Right, at a dig site, exactly.
But she still has to have the fedora. She has to have the fedora.
She has a fedora and she has a white suit.
Nice.
It's God, which was it? Beginning of Last Crusade, where he has the
yes,
white
because
tux?
he goes on the Zeppelin.
Right.
Yes.
Doesn't he have
that's when we get the famous no ticket. You know?
Oh,
well, he has the white tux
too.
at the opening in Temple of Doom as well.
Temple of Doom. That's the one.
Right.
The
Okay.
antidote to the poison you just drank.
Yes.
Those movies are all amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So probably like I would have gotten Celia's sense of urgency with the door slam. like because she kind of beelined over for the door and was like wham, like pretty methodically, so that you kind of
yes, it was a deliberate wham.
Yes, this was definitely intentional.
Deliberate wham.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from your angle, you can tell that it was deliberate the way she opened the door, and you can't hear or really see that she hit somebody, but like the way the door like moved and like bounced, it seemed that it seemed to have hit something, but you can't see who or what.
So Rin, though, what you're saying is this guy definitely did not survive Whamageddon?
He most certainly did not. I would hope he was KO'd with a critical.
He's knocked senseless, but he's not out for the count. He's still standing.
Right.
I feel like Face would...
Nope.
You switched.
You dropped in and out.
I died. No.
Oh.
Okay, now you're Saintguard.
Hello.
Oh, hold on. That means.
Yeah, all right, we'll say now you need to make the decision.
Nope.
And
okay.
the amazing.
OBS, why you do this?
I was gonna ask. I feel like Face would remember Choss, right?
No.
No,
you never met him.
You were high.
I was about to mention though. I was about to mention. You also see Flashbulb sitting at the table booth next to the one containing what you can only assume is your target. And there's a strange man you've never seen before, sitting across from her. He's wearing the kind of suit that might make you envious. It's like black and silver. He himself is dark skinned with like dreads, and some of them are bright green. He also is wearing drop earrings. They're like through his pierced ear and then like hang down, and then there's a large
I like that
green disc, probably actually made out of jade.
Some heavy ass.
Oh yeah,
some heavy stretchers.
For sure.
He's also heavily intoxicated right now.
Cecilia gave him something to drink, and now he might be hallucinating.
So I'm not so much worried about that.
You probably can't tell that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much par for the course for our group. I'm much more excited. I'm much more worried about Celia beelining across the room and then slamming somebody with a door.
Mm-hmm.
Like drugging people is kind of like our everyday work life, you know?
Yeah. We are drug dealers. It's fine.
True.
Just the once.
Factual. Just the once.
Just the once. It's fine.
I mean, Triage is still open to opening a whole chem lab, but that's a discussion for another time.
So I actually turn around to Chance and I'm like, Chance, something is going on out there. I don't want to hear your nonsense about being a fence sitter right now. I already lost one of my family. I don't want to lose another one. If you ever care about me, I need you to help me.
Aww.
I'm trying to decide if I should have you roll now or if I want him to have you clarify what you want first. Why don't you clarify to me out of character what you want so that I can properly set your position in effect?
Yo, tell him what you want, what you really, really want.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Two different groups, but yes.
I couldn't. After that, I couldn't skip it with the hair. So basically, what I'm asking from him is to help us not in that like kick down the door and punch a guy kind of way, but in that like, oh, I will help you by not really one, interfering with my own security, and two, kind of doing advantageous glitches for us, if you know what I mean. Like kind of stuff that can be explained away.
He's in charge of the club, right?
Right.
I mean, he owns it.
Oh, I mean,
that's a good point. Yes, that is quite the distinction.
Yeah, I was like, because if he's in charge of the club versus if he owns it, if he's in charge of the club, He can tell like any of the security what to do.
Oh, of course. But the thing is, he doesn't want to be seen taking sides in a thing, which I get,
okay.
right? So
Fair.
that's why I'm trying to get across to him, like, look, I don't need you to like come down here and machine gun some guys for me, but like at the very least, like hold your guys back and let us do what we need to do. And if you could throw us a solid every now and then, you know? Like I said, kind of like with the electricity going out and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
more
I'm sorry.
subtle things.
I'm sorry, sir. This exit is
exactly
closed.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that you would get like electricity off from that. That's not a subtle thing that can be explained away. But having
Well, I
the
mean,
guards
it could be explained
be
away
busy
as like
elsewhere.
a glitch, right? Like that's why I was thinking something like
No,
that.
his
but-
pride will not allow that. No.
Oh, okay. Good call. I like that. That makes sense.
There's no way that he would lie and say it was a glitch. That would make
Okay.
him look bad.
I get you. That makes sense. So yes, that's basically what I'm going for. Is kind of like some help from him if he can, but mainly kind of like just don't bother us and let us get the job done kind of stuff, you know?
Okay. I think it's risky standard to get him to like have his security personnel be otherwise occupied, or possibly block an air, like, you know, block off an escape or something like that subtly.
So number one, you know me, I'm trading position for effect.
Okay.
Number two, do we have any gambits left? Because I didn't do like any rolls almost last time. So I have no idea what our gambits look like.
I think we have both gambits because I don't think we
I'm
used
pretty
them.
sure someone used one.
Okay, probably one. I don't remember is the problem. So we could.
Did somebody mark it on the sheet?
Oh wait, if somebody used one, we may have also gotten one back because I see back here a risky standard doctor roll that has a 6.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yes,
sounds right.
because I am a doctor, not a dancer.
That's what it was.
That's right.
Oh my
that's
god,
right.
that roll is so good right now. That's so funny. Like I can't believe
did
that's
you-
the roll we got the gambit back on.
Oh, perfect.
So I guess we have 2 gambits, maybe.
Yeah, sounds like you got 2 gambits. Good.
So the doc was dancing so amazingly that we got another gambit back. That's
All
amazing.
because
That's
of my
awesome.
stint during residency,
I love it.
Mhm.
where I
That's
had
so
to do
good.
ballet for rehabilitation of athletes.
And when you're doing that like badass ballet moves to like freaking
Well, I was
pop
going to
music
say,
and
if
shit.
this whole thing fails, can my jacket actually serve as like, just like I can flip a switch inside of my jacket and it absorbs all of the light within the place?
we'll
Like, can I like rub up my sequins and the essence of darkness just take in all
That
of
sounds really amazing. Let's talk about that in a second because we might need to make a roll for you to have had that implemented.
Weaponized
Sounds like
darkness
that
sequence.
sounds like a flashback rig roll.
Well, I was gonna say more like a flashback, like acquire
Oh,
asset or something.
yeah. I don't.
I mean,
well,
it's going to be a flashback. I'm a doctor roll.
A doctor, not an arms dealer.
Anyway,
convince your friend that you need to suck in all the light.
Just let me absorb the
it
darkness
is
for a
the-
moment.
It is the void coat. Like that's.
It's
It
true.
makes sense for this to be a perk of said code.
I agree that it makes sense. It's very interesting and I like it, but in order for it to be effective, we would need to make a roll. So
Okay, that's
first, let's see this roll and how convincing face is.
So desperate, great. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Okay. So definitely,
5 dice.
Oh.
definitely the first effect is that it is back down from great to
Right.
standard.
Mhm.
At least you got XP from it.
I did, yes.
And complication occurs. This is the last favor you can call in from chance.
Oh, he's breaking up with you.
You can choose to resist either or
I think
both
I
of
wanna
those.
resist So I will definitely resist the chance thing. I'll let it go back to standard. That's totally fine.
Okay.
So I assume I'm resisting with resolve.
That sounds
The social consequence. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Or is that how that works?
Hold on.
Doubting myself now.
I've got the book right here.
I feel like last time we said it's kind of based on the challenge that you do, and since it was a sway, I feel like
it's not based on the challenge. It's based on what you are resisting.
Yeah, it's based on the consequence, not the.
So I feel like it's still based on our relationship
or mental strain or willpower. I think it may be resolve. I think this may be just like force of personality over chance. Like, does that make sense?
I got that covered. That would have been nice last time.
Wow,
So,
damn.
Recover one stress.
Forged in the fire.
Yeah.
Dang.
And back and forth though. 6-1, 1-6.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! 5.
So
Die resist.
So I want this to be the thing, right? So this is how this goes down. I say my big speech, and he's like, "Fine," but this is the last thing, and like I kiss him right at that moment, and I just kind of cut him off and leave before he can say that, you know?
Oh. Why was so desperate?
Okay. So he will make sure that his guards do not interfere, and they might also help out if necessary.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. I think it's we need to cut back down over to Cecilia. You just hit a big man with a door.
I did.
What do you
hitting
do?
Big man with the door.
So my first concern is to find the item.
He doesn't have the item.
Oh, right. This was stopping him from reaching the person.
Right.
Where did I knock him into?
He just stumbled back like down the hallway.
He's in the hallway. He didn't fall back into the room.
No, okay, like he was coming down a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
This is a door into the bar area, like the dance floor area.
So it's not the dance floor hallway, but it's a hallway out of sight.
Right. So like you're standing in the dance hall.
Mm-hmm.
You hit the door that opens into this hallway.
Into a hallway. Okay.
And he fell back down the hallway.
Yep. Just getting positioning right. Okay. Well, then I'm going to completely drag him in, or like if anything was sticking out, and go into the hallway as well, and I'll probably find another room to stash his body off to.
Yeah, he was already in the hallway.
Yeah, so
obviously it's coat check, duh.
Yeah, we're gonna drag him into like the coat room or something where
He's still standing. He is stunned for right now. You have just a moment.
Oh, okay.
You have just a moment before he recovers.
I'll bow him in the throat. It's fine.
Like, for having crit, that's what you get. Like, he's kind of a badass.
That's fine. Well, I miss my character who had more things that they could do than this. What can I do? Kind of a badass.
Look at your items, or ask for help from the rest of your crew.
I have a light load, so
We all do, I think.
Yeah, I don't have many options. I already used my drugs.
Drugs are free. They don't cost any load.
Oh, you're right. They don't. What? Drugs are
you're
free.
fine.
Drugs are free, guys. At least the first batch.
The first one's always
The first one's always free. My items are not super helpful. Find melee weapon. I kill this fool. No, that got me in jail last time.
A very fine stun baton. I don't know what your melee weapon is. Look, it's a lightsaber with a stun setting. It's fine.
It is literally just a broken hilt where she side blades the blade itself. So, can I? Does it have to be lethal if I hit him with stuff? I can
No.
I can just okay. Especially psionic ones. I don't have to kill them. Cool.
This isn't D&D where there's a very limited window.
Yeah!
It's considered non-lethal.
Yeah, okay. Well then, I'm going to very much then draw the sword and be like, sorry, darling, you're not going to make it to the deal. And I'm going to draw out the blade, and it's going to come out as like a cool Mace Windu purple.
Now, I do want to remind you that earlier when you were looking for him, you found him because he was
he's also doing the way.
He was doing something with the way that you were not seeing him, and that's how you knew he was there. And I think as you're closer,
oh, that's right, he was a blank or whatever.
Yeah, he's the absence of the way.
but as you're closer, you realize it's not him personally. He has some kind of artifact that is doing this.
Ooh.
I like it.
Interesting.
Take it now.
Yeah.
It sounds fun.
How do we weaponize this for the ship so that when we go through the dark lanes it doesn't
Oh jeez.
Must avoid tentacle creature.
No, just put it on caution tape. No one will find caution tape.
It's too innocent.
jeez, now I really gotta think.
Caution tape is like standing right next to us with the coffee and just like removes it to appear to hand us coffee. It's like, how does it keep doing that?
So you said it was a device, right? That he's got?
An artifact, yeah.
It's an artifact. So,
can I, because I have the option of having a precursor artifact too, can I say that I use my artifact to cancel out his artifact? I think it would be like really cheap if I was like, this is a what is the word?
Like a nullifier or something like that.
Yeah, or
a nullifying nullifier.
No, like
nullifies the nullifiers.
No, the like the actual technological thing. What is it that
EMP?
Thank you. Yeah, like that is what I was looking for.
Okay.
Like an electromagnetic pulse, an artifact that would disable it. Can I say that precursor artifact that I have is basically just like an old techie EMP that can knock out other artifacts? Because she is a... go ahead.
Can you explain to me how it will knock out just this artifact and not any other artifacts in 100-meter radius?
Oh, jeez. I'm guessing the one I need is in 100 meters, huh?
Definitely.
What's the material?
There's also other complications that you don't know about that would be affected if you were to do that.
Well, clearly, Face's boyfriend only used the best materials in designing this club, so all of the walls are lead-lined.
Just in case, Superman ever comes in and tries to be spying on people.
Exactly. You can't see what's happening in his private quarters.
No sex in the champagne room.
Yeah, there's no sex in the champagne rooms. And no x-ray vision to see this not sex in the champagne rooms.
I mean, sure, maybe like around his office, but
yeah, no, I don't think that'll work.
Just take out a blaster pistol and stun him. It's fine.
Yeah, no, actually, no, that's fine. I take out a blaster pistol and I set it to stun.
Yeah.
Because
stun.
Set your phasers to party time.
Yeah, I set it to party and we dance the night away. No, I Princess Leia this. They set it to stun. I shoot him. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just set it to stun.
Why do I seriously doubt that that's gonna go like that?
Oh, it probably won't, but I have a pretty good scrap. Ready? I'm gonna shoot him.
Wait, hold on.
Okay,
Hold
it's
on.
risky
Oh,
standard.
hold on.
Yeah, just risky standard. We're waiting for that.
Oh, you were saying hold on. No.
You want to wait until a thing? Yes.
Yes. I wasn't actually. I was just saying I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him. Do
Yes.
it. Do it.
Can
Do it.
I hear a devil's bargain?
Oh, I love devil's bargains. Okay.
I do too. And we all know that Ast is only here for devil's bargains, so I gotta keep the crowd happy and golden.
Devil's Bargain, you will hit the artifact that is projecting this this field, damaging it irreparably.
Ah, you had to say irreparably. I was like,
I don't even know it's there, and I will murder you.
Well, I kind of don't hate that one because it's like, if I disable it, it'll make it easier for me later. So
cool.
it is cool. Like, don't get me wrong.
How much do we really care about precursor artifacts?
I mean, I just like cool stuff as me, but
that's okay.
Totally
We're
out of character. I have no say in it one way or the other, really.
I need to donk this nerd, so I'm gonna shoot it.
You pick him out.
Yeah.
I didn't need it.
Hey, we got a gambit too. Hell
Yay.
Yeah.
You stun him. He falls over, and the
It fries the thingy.
Yeah, there was something in like right where you shot him. Like you see, like the pistol like has like lightning things that come out because that's how you express stun in sci-fi art.
Oh yeah.
And it like makes the outline of the artifact that was like in his chest pocket, and then there's like a hole in the pocket and like sparks and smoke is coming out. Whatever that was is destroyed, but it also successfully stunned him. So he falls down, and his like cloak slips, and you can see a large, bald, heavily tattooed man. And now that artifact has been broken, you can also sense his presence in the way.
So, Kelsa.
Yes.
Now that I have been trained in the ways of the way, would I be able to sense someone that was like coming out of just not being there at all?
You'd have to be looking for it.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like I have like some kind of passive perception with it.
I mean, if you want to have been looking for it, then sure, but you would have had to have been looking for it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to be like some kind of stickler and being like, well, you didn't say.
Well, I mean, can we do it in a flashback? Because that way we can kind of roll to use it like the stress, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Because that'll make it a little bit more legit.
Sure. Let's spend one stress to a flashback to you having seen that happen and start expanding your senses. What does it look like when Face uses the way like this to try to feel out other people?
So I feel like he hides things very well, right? So I feel like for Face, meditation is more talking to someone, right? So I feel like Face would just like walk up to somebody and mindlessly make small talk while this is going on.
So you know are you down not necessarily on the floor of the thing, but is this some rando in the bar, or is this Chance?
No, I wouldn't be doing this with Chance. Chance is way too adept at this type of thing. I'm just talking to like person number A, you know, in the bar that's like, oh, I'm here for a beer and there are Richie people. Like, you know, I'm not looking for anybody like super fancy or anything like that. Just something to make it look like I'm not like super overt about it, you know? Plus, again, for him, that's like his safety spot. When he's interacting with people is where he feels the most comfortable. So I feel like for him, it's so built in, like the back and forth, that if it's not someone who's good in the social arts like he is, it's almost just second nature. He could reply without even thinking about it, you know?
All right, I love it. I'm willing to do TV show timing logic and say that you have enough time somehow to get from Chance's office where you see Cecilia hit this guy with the door all the way to wherever it is you're talking to this rando in the bar, between when she shoots him and when the field breaks.
Obviously, Chance has a secret vacuum tube that goes from where they were to the bar. Yeah, you
Right,
just
of
jump into it.
course.
Obvious.
Actually, no, that makes perfect sense. Like comes down on,
It's
and
like
then,
an elevator, but it's a vacuum tube. Like they use it.
In
right.
Futurama.
I love
Exactly.
it.
No, actually, that makes perfect sense, and that is now canon.
I love it.
It's in the notes.
Because it was either that or
Guys, I
teleporter.
got
I'm
to
like-
use the vacuum tube.
It was either that or teleporter. I'm like, but vacuum tube is like way more Star Wars-esque, so we're gonna go with
Yes.
that.
So are we going with Risky Standard?
Yeah.
And since I am trying to pass myself off, can I get the bonus for just passing through?
No, because
Aw.
it's not.
I get it. I just figured since I was talking to her and trying to pass myself off as a normal bar patron.
Right,
I-
but that's
I
not
totally
where the
get it.
risk comes
Right,
from.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I figured I'd shoot for
You're
it.
fine.
and,
You didn't need it.
You're fine.
Yeah, I did not need it.
Oh, hey, another gambit.
Hey,
Oh,
there we
hi,
go. Write
Gambit.
that down.
Oh, hi, gambit.
Okay, so
Oh, hi, Mark.
you stretch out your mind and start like seeing beyond the people that are there into the way, and you very easily clock the white tuxedoed woman as the person with the artifact that you're looking for, and you can see that she is also looking like you are looking, but with that 6, she doesn't see you.
Cool.
You also see Cecilia, who has just shot nothing with her stun gun, and all of a sudden it resolves into a person, and you can you watch them lose consciousness.
Awesome.
Like-
So this is exactly why I wanted to do this, because now here's what I want to do. I want to use the way to wrap it kind of around myself to give myself the same effect, so that way power bounces off my little bubble that I'm creating around myself.
That would require an actual a power to be able to do that. You do not have the ability to do that. You can, however, if you want to learn how to do that, we can make a clock for that. If you want to write that down as something you would like to learn how to
Cool.
do,
Okay.
but is not something you are capable of currently.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a special ability thing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that would be a special ability.
I have an idea, because you said earlier that Chas might be hallucinating.
It's very likely.
I am reminding myself that that Flashbulb was vicious. So what she's gonna do is gonna attempt to convince Chas to go and talk to the fine people at the booth next to us.
Okay. Tell me more. How does this look?
He's like, what is he doing right now? Like, because Flashbulb right now is generally trying to be like look around the room and be like, make sure Cecilia's like not gonna get tackled by these goons or whatever, and takes a look over at Chas, and Flashbulb does have keen eye, which means she has sharp eyes and notices small details many might overlook.
You definitely can pinpoint the moment when his eyes lose focus. And he'd been trying to make some kind of small talk conversation about his racing victories, to
Of
be
course.
perfectly honest.
Of course, because that's what he's all about.
And he keeps calling you flashy, and at some point he stops mid-sentence and his eyes follow something that isn't there.
So Triage has her spy gear on, obviously overhearing this conversation, and she takes note of the nickname Flash.
Oh,
That is all.
no.
All right. Well, this is gonna end poorly with somebody who's vicious and obsessed.
Triage will remember this.
So I think. Oh, I actually have a. Okay. What she's gonna do is she's gonna reach. She's gotta have pockets somewhere, or yeah. And she's gonna take out one of her victory cigars.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna pass it over to Chaz and point to the not the Indiana Jones X-Pie, the other person, and say that they are. I'm trying because I only took down notes for a few racers, but this is say, hey, that's Thrace over there. You should go talk to her.
Sure. Roll me a d6 just for shits.
Flashbulb is like, Chas, I'm just trying to be a good wing woman, okay?
Yeah, exactly. 3.
Okay. You're lucky he's high AF because she doesn't even have the right hair color.
That's fine.
It's a pretty long shot, but let's see you do this.
Okay. I have gotten some lessons from a certain face, so it should be fine.
Good. So this is I think this is going to be desperate standard because if you one of the potential consequences here is that the woman that you're sending him after, the ninja in the cocktail dress, and or Lady Indiana Jones, whose name you do know.
Wait, I do? Oh, snap.
You knew what her name was. It's Ruba. You didn't know what she looked like until you got here.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
But so Ruba and the girl in the cocktail dress.
Ruba and the girl in the cocktail dress sounds like a sultry novella even.
I might have done that on purpose, and or not. I'll take full credit. Anyway, one of the potential consequences is that they pick up on that you are behind this, and that's going to end poorly for you.
That's fair. So I'm going to use it. First thing, I'm going to use a gambit.
Okay.
Because we have 3 of them, so I'm gonna use one. Before I just blow all my stress and do Leaf on the Wind. What's the devil's bargain for this?
He remembers this.
Okay. No, he should not remember any of this.
He might not, but if you take this devil's bargain, he definitely will.
Nah, I'm not gonna take that. Yeah, I'm just gonna spend 3 stress to increase.
Chas will also remember this.
My position and effect because I am a Leaf on the Wind.
Sure.
This is sway, right? Like no doubt. Yeah. Okay. So desperate. Great. Plus 2 dice. That's a 6.
That is a 6. You needed them dice.
I am a Leaf on the Wind.
Brilliant. So, what exactly were you hoping is going to happen here when he goes over and talks to her?
My hope was that he would go over there, make a complete fool of himself, and get both the woman with the cocktail dress and the goons that were at the table to take him somewhere else. Basically to leave Ruba alone because they're going to be like, oh, other people have got it and this guy is a bigger, concern.
Yeah, the woman in the cocktail dress is the goon at the table, and then there's other goons that are around.
Right.
Triage was keeping them busy, but said that she only had 1 song in her. So as we see Chos stand up and put the cigar into his mouth and start walking to the other table. But then we're going to cut across to what is Triage doing?
Triage is heading over to the bar where there are numerous suitors waiting for her to buy her drinks.
Okay.
And which she will accept said drinks, but she will continue to listen on for like a cue to do something because she is not operating alone.
I can just see Triage like, I'm at the bar getting drunk. I have my +9 ogre slaying knife.
Are there any girls there? I want to do them.
No. Okay.
Also,
Sorry,
I'm looking. If Chos gets beat up, that's totally okay.
In fact, that's a bonus.
Yeah, I mean, I did it because I'm vicious. Because I could have just left him here, but
Okay.
use him for my-
So, Triage, you see, and you heard, Flashbulb telling Chos that the woman over there in that other booth was, who did you say it was?
Thrace.
Thrace. Was Thrace. You know it's not Thrace. You know what Thrace looks like. Definitely not her. But you see Chos get up and start walking to that other table and then get kicked in the face. And like slow motion, the cigar goes flying up through the air. And he's stunned.
This is about the time that like you see the cigar land, it bounces twice, and then whatever heels Triage is wearing, like step to put the cigar out. I'm
Perfect.
Like, where do you need me? I can acquire the asset. I just need to know where it's at.
Well, you know where it's at.
It's
You
on.
know
It's on the
it's-
Indiana Jones X-Spy, aka Ruba.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go find Ruba, but before I do
Well,
so,
she's right there at that same table.
So really quick, I assume we're talking over comms, right? Do I hear this at all?
I
think so.
haven't been. I haven't been, but yes, we could be.
No, I'm
Triage
just curious, like, if-
specifically, I mean,
yes, I'm
Outro
specifically speaking over comms.
brought
Okay, that's what I figured
comms.
because you weren't like right next to her. So
No,
Um,
yeah, that was what one of her load is.
I say,
Communicator.
give me a second. Don't blow it just yet. I have an option as I'm like walking over to Celia. Quick pace, but nothing too obvious. We found our contact who was supposed to be the handoff, and I think I can talk our way out of this.
Oh, yes, darling. We had run into her before. She's quite hands-on, or foots-on, if you're being technical.
I was
She
more
just
talking
likes to
about the
kick.
contact that you just currently got acquainted with.
Well, she hadn't seen you yet, so you can certainly pretend to be the buyer.
So just let me know when I get to Celia.
Well, you also know that she's looking for the buyer in with the way.
Right. But
And
I
he has
have
the way.
I have a plan.
He knows the way.
I have a plan.
What?
So just let me know when it. So basically, what I'm gonna do is when I get there with Celia, I'm like, give me the artifact.
Okay, so that doesn't sound like a plan. Please explain more.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the artifact and convince them that I got into a fight. I got jumped on the way here, but when I got jumped, the artifact got destroyed. I'm gonna show them the artifact, and then I'm gonna do face stuff and convince them it's me and steal their shit and run away. You know, like we do.
Okay, so you want the broken artifact that the real contact had.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I see. That makes sense. Let's see here.
Are you also gonna wear his robes or whatever? It wasn't robes. He had something else on.
Yeah, he had like robes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could potentially do that as well.
So I want to make it clear that while I am wearing this robes, I am wearing my incredibly fancy gold tux underneath. So if anything goes down, I can fabulously disrobe. I'm just like, wah!
Just a full body tear away.
I expect that you're going to more tuxedo mask your way out of this situation.
But you didn't do anything. My job's done here.
Always.
If stuff goes down, I am totally throwing a rose in someone's eye. I'm just saying.
But you didn't do anything, and my work here is done.
Tuxedo mask is the worst and also the best. What?
He can be both.
It can be both.
He can be both. All right. Just one more second here.
That's what I'm going to do tonight after. I'm going to start watching Sailor Moon.
Crystal.
The new one, Crystal, yeah.
There's a new Sailor Moon?
By the way,
never
also
knew.
while we're at it, can I
Here we
loot
go.
the
It's a
body?
few
Does this
years
guy have
old.
anything else cool?
Okay. What?
I said also while we're there, can I loot the body? Does this guy have anything else cool?
Jeez.
No.
No, he doesn't have
particularly.
anything cool. All right.
Not particularly. Okay. So let's see here. I'm drawing out a very, very, very rough sketch here of the everything.
The club.
The club, yeah.
Everybody in it is getting tipsy.
Everybody in the club.
You
Yep.
forgot to put in the deep inward breathing in between.
Oh, I didn't forget.
By the way, also it's buddy.
Yeah, it is everybody.
Everybody.
I miss the Atlanta rap scene being big. That was some fun rap music.
Okay.
Ah, Chos.
So
Doing things for me even when you didn't intend to.
always. Let's see here. Purple CC.
So since they already saw Celia, I'm gonna make sure that Celia's not with me. So I'm not like walking down with her or anything. Like she can walk down independently of me, but I don't want to walk down with her. I want to make that
Right,
clear.
of
I wanna walk
course.
down by myself.
Cecilia's got a plan, I'm
Mhm.
sure.
Okay. Does
always have a
everyone
plan.
see what's going on down here?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is not to scale. This hallway where Face and Cecilia and the buyer are is further away from the two booths with Ruba and Flashbulb, and the relative position of triage is debatable. There's probably a couple more goons than that too, but whatever. So Chos is getting kicked in the face.
Like you
Face
do.
It has is putting on these robes and taking the broken artifact. That's going to take a little bit of time.
That's fine.
Triage is at the bar, wondering.
I had stepped on a cigar that flew in my
Right,
mouth.
you stepped on the cigar that flew out of Chos's mouth.
So I will let the
And-
ladies know that I will be a minute. So
And Flashbulb is sitting in the booth. Chos just got kicked in the face. There's two goons coming across the dance floor to remove him.
Good.
Flashbulb
you
is
do.
trying very hard not to laugh.
Yep. Just like she's got a drink that she's just chuckling into.
I'm just like, oops, poor guy.
Well,
She's trying
that's
very
too bad.
hard not to get made by like laughing at his dumb ass. Like,
Yeah.
So this goon is gonna come out of the booth and start to take Chos away. You've got a small opening where there are no goons directly in front of Ruba's table if Flashbulb and or Triage wanted to try to take her. Or are you guys gonna wait for Face and his plan?
I think, given that Face headed over there,
Yeah, Face
I
had
think-
told me to chill and wait. So
I think Flashbulb figured out what the plan was going to be after she saw first Cecilia go over there and then Face gonna go over there. It's like, probably have a disguise plan.
All I know
Okay.
is based on my knowledge of triage thus far, I can totally come back to like a table with like Ruba down on the table with like piano wire wrapped around her neck. That would not surprise me in the least.
I mean, it shouldn't surprise you.
Like, Chaz gave
Except
us a,
it will be a sequin sash in this instance.
Chaz gave us a window, but also this was for Flashbulb.
Right.
Also, this was for Flashbulb.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
He's not gonna remember that this happened, which is even better.
He might. He still might.
Well, he'll remember he got kicked in the face, but he won't remember it
He'll
was
definitely remember getting kicked in the face. He may or may not remember it's your fault. He may
By
or
the
may
way-
not blame you either
He'll
way.
blame. He'll be. That's it. He'll be either way. It's just plausible
I
to-
want to make it clear that when I walk down, I look towards the mirror and give a wink. I don't know if he's watching, but I totally give him a wink. Because it's
Okay.
Face. I have to.
I think we need to make a roll here to see how quickly you can get that disguise on.
All right. What are we doing?
Because you've got a moment here. If you can get it on quickly enough, you can catch
Scramble.
Ruba alone. Yeah, scramble.
But I don't know how to scramble my eggs.
I mean, you can scramble. It says 0 dice.
You
Roll
just
2,
take the
take the
fork and go
lowest.
tick, 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 tick. Jeez.
All right. So,
There's
Cecilia, would you be able to assist me? And I will also use
Absolutely.
a gambit.
Okay. I
Um,
will take away your gambit.
And since I am trying to pass myself off as a normal person,
No.
Not at all.
that was the joke. That was the joke.
No.
No.
All right. So shoot. I assume
No.
risky.
No, this is desperate.
Desperate. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I will take the experience in that.
But it's standard.
Standard. Okay. 2 dice. Let's go. Yeah, I can
Nice.
scramble
You are on
those eggs.
fire today.
Now make an omelet.
Mhm.
I'm just
They're all
ruining
making
everything.
breakfast foods. I'm trying to get a preceptor archive or
Precursor. You're close.
preceptor archive, precursor artifact. You know.
It's all
Alright.
the same thing.
Base, you approach the table. Ruba looks up at you, and she looks very annoyed. You are clearly not who she was looking for, or at least that's what she thinks. But all of her guards are off dealing with Chas, and so she's kind of angry.
By the way, I put my scramble off to the stage plays that Face was excellent in as a child.
Excellent.
Lot
Right.
of training and costume changes.
Definitely nothing about quickly getting dressed and jumping out windows.
Oh, totally not that.
No.
No. So he'll walk over to the table and be like, I assume this guy would have had some kind of deeper voice. So like Face will try to assume kind of a deeper voice because
Yes,
she
I
could have spoken to
am
him.
the buyer.
I am do.
I think I think Spy Gear allows you to actually do voice modulation.
Why you want to kill me?
It does. Spy Gear has
Swear to
disguises
me.
and voice modulators.
Oh,
Yes.
You would need to make a check under Spy Gear. Because
Oh, what would the check be though?
Well,
I don't know if
so
I
hold
want
on.
to risk that.
not a roll. I mean,
How much load do you have is the question. Left over.
I have normal,
oh,
so
then
I
you
haven't
can-
really taken anything yet. So
Yeah, and it's only one, so. And I think putting actually making disguises work is a sway roll. I think.
it is.
Yeah. I should know that. It's my own game. Though it's not called that. It's finagle.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. There we go. Me remembering.
You remembering your own game? That doesn't sound right.
No.
All right, are you gonna let's see them sway as you walk up and you like casually put the device on the table, showing her that it's broken.
Is this desperate again?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Standard effect?
I honestly feel like it's limited. Like, you are trying really hard here to impersonate someone that you know literally nothing about other than the clothes off their back.
I mean, I feel like that's Face's job. But yes,
I mean,
I'm with you on limited.
You just check his ID. It's like, I know everything about that.
He's stocky. He's got a lot of tattoos. He does way stuff, and he's got a robe. What more do you need to know?
Yeah, he's part of the space yakuza.
Perfect.
It's fine.
He's not a space triad. We have to kill him.
You wanna boost?
I just realized we lost our greatest ally, the Axe Gang. When
I mean, we kind of lost them a while ago, but
well, we don't even have to talk to Sumchan anymore because Glitch is in jail.
I mean, which one of you's gonna tell Sumchan that Glitch is in jail?
Oh, he'll find out on his own, I'm sure.
well, Sumchan probably has an insider on that.
It's fine. The Axe Gang
she's already been sprung out and is now a crime lord.
No, it's totally fine. The Axe Gang got torn up by those crazy way ninjas, so we don't have to worry about them. There's only like 3 of them.
It wasn't our fault that the vigilantes showed up and just killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, back to the roll. Flashbulb, would you be able to like cause a ruckus or something so she kind of gets annoyed so that I can kind of slip in there?
A ruckus, you say? And Triage Nail flips up the sequins on her code.
I mean, if you need like because Ruba is you're trying to distract Ruba from the fact that you are not the person.
Yeah, so kind of a grifter thing is to like reset somebody's clock by causing an issue. So they're not assessing. They go from that assessing to that passive state that helps you convince them.
And I can help you out. I'm very close on stress, but I will help you out. Flashbulb is going to. I think this is a assumption that Flashbulb's gonna make, but knowing the people that are on her ship, she's gonna light up a cigar and she's gonna blow like a smoke ring directly at Ruba.
Yeah, okay. I think that is a sufficient enough, like...
That's sufficient enough out of character, in character note.
Assist?
Yeah, go ahead and assist that. Take your stress. Face, roll some dice.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, no.
I feel like that makes sense for the test here, because this is definitely a long shot, but...
So I think the first thing that happens is reduced effect, and it goes to 0 effect. It's not...
Oh, no.
I mean, you can resist that, but that's the first thing.
Right.
The second thing is... how do I put this?
Your parents are dead.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's part of my tragic superhero backstory.
I think the other complication that occurs here is that you've still been kind of looking in the way, and as she turns her attention to you, it like smacks you psychically, or like with way power on way power in a way you were not anticipating. And you're gonna take level 3 way backlash.
That is definitely not a way you were anticipating.
That's what happens when it's desperate, to be fair.
That is what happens when it's desperate.
So I am resisting all of those things.
First,
which one are you resisting first?
I am not taking 3 damage, so fuck that nonsense first off.
Okay.
I'll murder this chick later if I need to, if I can't talk my way out of this.
Since this is like mental strain, it's going to be a resolve roll.
Okay. Alright, so 1.
So you take 1 stress. That's going to cut it down to a level 2 harm.
Jesus, still?
She, like, you look at her in the eye, like, you look at her and her eyes burn in the way, and you are blinded for a moment.
Okay. So I'm going to resist the limited effect.
Okay. So that's actually not a resolve resistance.
Oh.
That's going to be a insight resistance because that is deception or understanding.
Okay.
I would protect you if I could, but I'm over here.
I would say that my
Can you use a gambit on a
absorbs
resist?
the way, but I
No.
already said it absorbs light, so never mind.
I mean, it can do whatever you need it to do. It's just
Okay.
going to cost you stress and or resources.
And gonna be
That-
incredibly
those both are fine.
suspicious.
And also
No,
incredibly
I'm
suspicious.
fine with being.
that
I'm
works
fine
out.
with being
Cool.
made if I absorb the way from this person shooting way beams at my friend.
I mean, she's not so much shooting way beams as just her aura is too powerful.
Okay, like immediately after I get hit with this thing, I slam the artifact down on the table and I say, tune it the fuck down. I got attacked on the way in here and I had to, like, I'm saying this on like with like an angry whisper, you know, like I'm kind of like getting in there, like not looking at her eyes again because I learned my fucking lesson the first time on that one. But I kind of get like next to her ear and I'm like, tone it the fuck down. I'm here as a liaison. I got attacked on the way in here already and I don't need your way backlash.
She frowns and like gestures for you to sit across the table.
So I'll sit. And I kind of like, I'm kind of doing this in my hood, you know?
Are you sure that you should be carrying this if you were attacked on the way in here? It would be disastrous if this artifact were to be damaged like that one was.
I assure you, I'll be quite fine. I have the necessary set of skills.
I have a particular set of skills.
Look, I can make threatening phone calls like nobody's business.
Let me speak to your manager.
I would feel more confident if you hadn't been waylaid. When did that happen? Here? On the stray light?
Yes, it happened as I entered. They unfortunately escaped, but I was attacked.
And they escaped?
Perhaps you could accompany me on the way?
Fine, let's move. I'll get some of my goons to follow us.
Sounds like a good time to take a break.
Oh, it is break time, isn't it?
Rock
Is.
time.
Wow. Well, let's take a break then.
All right.
As Ruba and Face start to head off back down the hallway, I'm pretty sure that Cecilia has taken care of the buyer's body by then. That's a given, unless Cecilia is weak enough that you believe it warrants a roll. I don't think it needs one.
No, I got it.
All right, well, let's take a short break and then we'll come back to see what happens.
All right.
Alright.
All right, guys. Be back in a couple minutes. Stay tuned.
BRB.
You're muted, but it looks good.
I am officially an anime character.
Yeah, alright.
Fucking
I mean, Troll Doll was first thought, but anime character works too. Yeah.
yeah.
Good thing chat can't see any of this. Not yet. Stay tuned, chat.
Oh, there goes my support beam.
Wow. Oh,
Yep, kill
it's
it.
gone. That was short-lived to, like, Saint back in
That was-
time to miss it.
That was pretty delightful, in my opinion.
This baby shark doo doo doo. You missed his hair. He did hair. You're muted, though. We can't hear you. Yeah. Nice. Now it's kind of pompadour. Oh, no. There it is. Boom. Looks like he should be part of, like, the Fire Nation. Just fire. Play me fellow Hotman. Also, I have my hands on the Aliens RPG rulebook now. And boy howdy, is it good. Not a single Geiger phallic mention in the whole thing. No tacos and penises. Sorry.
It's implied.
It is implied.
I've already done a session of that game. We were doing Charity of the Gods, which is the second nomadic one for it.
I picked that up too because it looked neat. Not sure if I'll run it, but I want to look it over at least. Looks pretty solid.
It's interesting. There are some good things about it, and there are some things that I'm a little bit about. And some of it has to do with the module itself. How zones work is what I will say. You'll understand when you look at the module on the maps.
Give it a little deeper look.
I'm mad at myself.
What'd you do?
Oh.
I've been looking for this set of knitting needles for like 3 days, and I knew I put them somewhere safe. So of course I couldn't find them.
Safe even from yourself.
They were underneath my paint wash tub, the little water bucket that I use when I do my paints. There's a word for that. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it was a dumb place for it to be, and I'm pissed. I'm not really pissed, but I had to use these knitting needles instead. And they're inferior because they're the twist-on kind, so they, unfortunately, this particular set does not like to stay on, and so it keeps coming loose. And it's dumb.
You can go back to the normal screen. Everyone's here.
Yes, we can go back.
Yeah. Yes, chat. We have very hot mics during breaks.
I'm just complaining about stupid knitting needles. That's all. Don't worry.
Face's
about
mic is always hot.
As I can tell you, Rindis obviously knows this for being the person running it, but as someone who's done production things before and doesn't have a virtual audio interface, this is one of the easiest ways to do it if you don't have music is not to mute mics during breaks. Just have people to mute their mics during breaks. Yeah, so that's why, because there's no good way to do it unless you have a virtual audio.
Yeah, virtual audio or having a mixer really helps.
I mean, the way I do it is I just have like one song that is on loop for my breaks, which is the theme song.
I usually
unfortunately
I pull up just a retro synthwave for us, and it just plays.
because you can mute your. It's a thing about muting desktop audio, because that's why you need the virtual audio to do it, because if you mute your actual desktop audio,
It kills everything.
yeah, so
I mean, but I don't play it through desktop audio.
yeah, that's
I
the
set
thing.
it to play out of speakers that don't actually exist.
Exactly.
and- Yep.
Yeah, if you have another way to do it, like if you have a thing on the stream that's like an audio,
It just plays an
player.
audio file on loop.
Yeah. Exactly. So
That's how I do it personally. But
well, we've got people. We've got Ruba and
yeah,
Face.
Ruba and Face, arm in arm, are headed towards the hallway. Are you taking her to the same hallway that you just came out of?
I want to kick
are
her in the
you-
face. Do it.
there's gonna be a lot of face kicking.
Yeah.
Seems to be that way.
I mean, she's a leggy individual. She can't help it.
Well, it wasn't Ruba. That was the goon. The goon's a
Yeah,
little.
it was the goon.
Oh.
Ruba has not actually kicked anybody.
I'm
yet.
gonna kick her in the face because of him.
Her.
Them.
Her.
It's safer. Yeah.
The bored woman in the cocktail dress.
Yeah. I'm gonna go have words with her after too.
She kicked Joss in the face. So
Yeah,
she's
that's-
got that going for her.
That's true.
This is Firebrands. I know will be happening next, but
They're gonna duel in robots at noon.
I mean,
maybe.
I'm not gonna rule it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Face, what is it? Where are you taking Ruba? You've got control here for just a moment.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to lead Ruba back towards the packet loss. At some point, I'm going to have the team create a scuffle with the goons, and then say to Ruba, like, we got to get out of here. They're attacking. We need to get it back to the ship so we can split off. Then when we get back to the packet loss, I am going to, like, say, like, okay, we're here at my ship. We made it, and take the artifact, kind of thing. And then they can double back to the ship. That's the
Okay.
plan.
I was gonna say I feel like there's an easier way, but this is your plan, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Best plans are
I
always
mean, we
overly
can always do a
complicated.
flashback to planning the once Face is alone with the Stellar.
Yeah, this was
plan.
definitely the plan from the beginning. We definitely. But this is.
I
this is
definitely
this is
see
Scum Villainy, so.
the when Face is alone with the Mark plan being.
Oh no, this is
in there.
100%. Yeah, 100%
Like-
one of them.
By the way, Outro's face as they were like coming back to their desk was amazing. They were like,
I just knocked over like half of my desk by accident. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, if you would like to express a different option of a plan,
Yes.
feel free to have had a flashback to this conversation.
Okay, then yeah, I think that would be good because I think Flashbulb would have a much simpler plan, which is just go back to Flash. It's like, I feel like there's a much easier way to do this. Bring her to some secluded hallway, shoot her with a stun pistol, take the artifact, and leave.
I feel like that has the potential to get way messier, though.
We're already going to be starting a scuffle with her goons, right?
So, yes, but the thing about creating a scuffle with her goons is it creates a sense of urgency in which it will be easier to convince her to give me the artifact because it's a rush situation. As opposed to if we just attack her, then we fight her and her goons and potentially one of us gets killed. In my scenario, you guys are just running, I don't know, interference. You're not actually fighting anyone. You're just creating a distraction or something like that, you know? You don't actually have to even throw a punch. If you can just distract them, I can convince her, like, hey, there's a fight going. We got to get out of here, you know?
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's kind
things-
of the situation that I'm looking at.
things go south, just keep it in mind.
Mm-hmm. Believe me, it's attacking her is an option for me, for sure. It's not my first option or my preferred option, but it is an option.
You just get her in that hallway, and I'll give her the old facey shooty.
So since we're getting to plan this in advance, can Triage and Flashbulb run interference and Celia stay near the packet loss in case we need to attack Ruba?
Once you got into disguise, you're like, Celia, get back to the packet loss,
right?
So you can come out.
So that way, if we need to jump Ruba, we have the person power to do it.
God, you know what I can do? Finally, if it's Triage and Flashbulb, lead a group action and actually use Commander because I've had it this entire time. I've had it for a while, I just haven't been able to use it.
Big brain ideas right there.
Flashbulb is like, fire the long knives!
No, because for Commander, whenever you lead a group action, gain +1 scale. We're 2 people, but running interference, we seem like we're a much larger group.
That's
Holy shit,
actually perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm down for
it. The reflection of my
Face made a good plan, right?
My lab
you
code
did.
takes all of the images of people who were in the bar dancing and recreates them as part of our interference mob.
Yeah. I don't have anything nearly that fancy. I just look big, relatively large and intimidating. Also, I know this is in combat, but when I lead a group action in combat, we can count multiple 6s from different rolls as a crit.
Ooh, that's pretty awesome.
It could become combat, but not currently.
Yeah, not currently.
All right, I think we're gonna have the Triage Flashbulb Goon Distraction roll first, as Ruba and Face are leaving the room, because Ruba makes a gesture and the various goons are going to try to converge on her. And then Flashbulb and Triage are going to
Flashbulb and Triage versus the Goonies.
I actually have an idea, because Chas is being taken away by Board Cocktail Trust and the other goons, is to actually feign interest in what's happening to Chas and run over and just like start just getting loud and being distracting and getting the goons to be like, well, now we have to deal with an additional person.
Holy shit, did you punch like...
Yeah.
And Triage can do her own thing using her holographic jacket in order to create...
Just make like a maze of people for the goons to get through.
We're coordinating this. We know that
you're coordinating, but also you look like you're doing 2 completely different things in a way so it doesn't look like you're coordinating it.
Yeah, exactly. It's the most coordinated plan.
If all goes according to plan, it doesn't look like I'm doing anything. My code is just projecting people to get in the way.
By the way, Outro, for your code, I totally see, like, you know how Loki has that, like, silvery gold effect that, like, when stuff comes into play, like his illusions and stuff?
Yeah.
That's totally what I see the jacket is projecting.
A little bit, yeah. I may have pulled a little inspiration from it.
Perfect. I love it. All right, so you're each going to need to roll. This is a group action being led by Flashbulb.
What?
I don't know how to do this. We've never done this before.
You never done a group action before?
We've definitely done.
I think we've done one or two.
So we did one during combat.
Yeah, and I didn't have commander at the time.
Both of you roll the same roll, and we take whichever one's higher.
Is it just the 2 of them, or is it all of us?
Just the 2 of them, because they're the ones doing this action.
And if either of us fail, I take stress because I'm leading.
Correct.
Okay. So is this consort or sway? Or...
It's sway. You guys are trying to you're trying to manipulate people. This is sway.
Well, I'm a doctor, not a not a choreographer.
Explain to me how being a doctor helps you project multiple illusions in a way that confuses guards.
Well, it's because of the lab code, obviously.
That's what allows you to do it in the first place, mechanically. Like, to do it. How does your history as a doctor make you good at it?
Well, there was a time when they wanted to do surgery via like micro machines, like where you would control, like use a joy controller to like surgically remove or do the stitches and everything. So I have like a little set of buttons in my coat that does assorted things with light.
Oh, I thought this was like dance activated.
It's there's multiple it's a very complicated suit that not everybody could get, not everybody could use. There's multiple ways to. So the dancing is to absorb the light, and now I am exuding the light in a maze-like fashion using the controls that I recall from this
Nice.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I allow it.
I do have a question for this. What's the position effect, and does our scale help us?
I think that you would have had a limited effect, but with your increased scale, it will bring it back to standard.
Excellent.
I feel like your position, however, is desperate, because if you get made here, it will 100% be instantly a fight.
Okay, that's fine.
If you succeed, you're still innocuous. This is you passing yourself off as normal citizens.
Wait, Saint, trade position for effect.
I can't. It's
I
already
want to be double desperate.
Can I use just passing through?
Yes. You
Okay,
definitely
good.
can.
Because I only have one die.
What? Like passing yourself off as a way criminal to
Triage does not get just passing through here.
Okay.
Because her distraction is not because of the way her distraction is different, it's not trying to pass herself off. It's doing fancy projector stuff.
Mm-hmm.
projector stuff with my lab coat, reflecting the lights that I absorb.
Would you all be
during
fine
dance
with
time.
me using our last gambit?
I am.
Rest of the group.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool. Because I
All
just
right.
want that extra die. Okay, I didn't need it, but this is good. That's a 6.
All right, you've got 1/6.
I already
And-
rolled.
And you didn't fail, so I don't take any stress.
Okay,
This is
yeah,
good.
so you do it. You've managed to separate the goons from Face and Ruba. They're going to get further ahead towards the ship. The goons are going to break away eventually and start filtering through the rest of the space station.
Mhm.
So
But you've definitely bought them some time.
I feel like
As-
this is 2 different clocks.
as this is happening too, I definitely want to sway to get her to increase the pace and be like, look, that's them, we gotta go, like, so that I can distance us between us and them even more.
That
And
sounds like a bad
Also, it's still a
idea.
sense of urgency.
He's doing the bodyguard routine of we got to get out of here. There's a situation.
We
a
have to get
situation.
out.
We got to get out.
Get to the
Um,
chopper.
Have to go now.
Let's go. Here we go. All right, so
I'm going to get never tell me the odds. It's going to.
Never tell me the odds.
okay, so
That was a pretty good Harrison Ford, by the way.
Thank you.
You got to do the point.
layer.
Mhm.
Go to that layer as well. Here we go. All right, so this is going to be a the guard's catch-up clock. And this is going to be made it to the packet loss.
I'm guessing the 4 o'clock is the.
I was gonna
casual
say, I
clock, and
can't
the
see
6
which
o'clock
one's
is
which.
the.
I just told it to show nameplates. Is it not showing?
I see them.
No.
I don't
I
see
don't.
them.
Oh, I might see them because I'm admin.
Yeah, you're the GM, so I might be on the wrong layer, or something.
How about now?
Oh,
There it
I see
goes.
it. Yep.
Okay, I had to make it controlled by all players for you to see it. There you go. Okay. Those are your 2 clocks. We are currently at 0 and you're at 0 and 1. You've got 1 on your. That's not how you add the thing to it. Multi-sided. Here we go. You have 1 on your way to the packet loss. Because of the interference of flashbulb and triage, there's nothing on the guard's catch-up clock. So you're gonna go ahead and try to sway her to move faster, get there
Correct.
a little bit quicker.
So both instilling a sense of urgency.
Oh no, we almost lost you.
Oh, sorry. I said both instilling a sense of urgency for when we get there to get her to actually give me the package quickly before thinking too much about it. And also to get
Okay. Yeah.
Desperate Standard.
Just
Yeah.
skip risky. Desperate standard.
No, it is.
No,
I mean, it is.
I mean,
This
is it risk? I mean, that's kind of what I'm
This it is desperate standard. That is in fact.
saying. Is
where
that
you're
like
at.
if she, yeah, we could blow the whole thing. So
You definitely
Yeah.
can blow the whole thing. It's
Yeah, I think
incredibly
there's-
likely you blow the whole thing.
Yeah, I think there's also a big part of her that's just like, yeah, you're definitely not who you say you are.
Oh, there's a
Right.
huge part of her that is like, you're definitely not who you say you are. I can make another clock for that actually while I'm at it.
So many clocks.
Clocks are good.
Clocks.
wait a second. Whoa,
Oh, hold it.
3 full.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
haven't failed any of my rolls yet.
You didn't. No. You did not fail any of your rolls, but you remember earlier when your disguise was limited effect?
Mm.
That would do it.
This is visually representing that.
Hold it.
This is it. This is if you screw up, this'll. Yeah.
Solid and start chasing us or something. Oh no,
I
wait,
mean,
she has to be back at the ship. Never mind. Fuck. All right. I guess we're just rolling 3 dice here.
go for it.
Whoo! I'll take it.
Mhm.
All right.
I
Nice.
will take it.
Ugh.
All right. So you get 2 more on your clock.
I want one. I hold it for that. That was good.
Not that good.
Oh, come on.
If you'd
Nah.
crit, then definitely. But at this point, no.
Sheesh.
She still doesn't fully trust you.
I'm a super
The-
trustworthy guy.
The guard's catch-up clock just moves forward because time. There's only so long that you can stop them. Like triage can put them into a maze, but they can eventually get out of it. And the goon that was like marching Choss off basically just is like, fine, you want him back, you take him. And you are now in charge of Choss.
I don't actually want him back, but sure.
Doesn't matter anymore. They've got some shit to do. Ruba moved out of the room. They need to go. So
Fair. Okay. I think Flashbulb will head with Choss in the same direction as them. She's gonna make less of a fuss about like trying to interfere with them because that would be too suspicious, but she is gonna be like sort of in the way, just like
we
be
just
a
happen
nuisance.
to be going the same direction.
Exactly. Yeah, and she's gonna try using Choss as much of a roadblock as she can, because she's just trying to get him injured at this point.
Wow. I mean, you are vicious. I can't really blame you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you want to try?
Oh, there's a
to-
bandsaw in the middle of the dance
Oh,
floor.
no.
Just his choss into it.
I don't think we need to roll just yet. I think we're gonna cut back over to what Face is doing, or possibly what Cecilia is doing if you want to try to catch up with them.
Just sitting in the packet lost. What is taking them so long?
So my idea of what Celia's doing is she's basically set up for an ambush. Am I correct in that thinking? That was what I thought that's what I thought the plan was.
That's what I understood the plan to be, but I just wanted to confirm that that is in fact what Cecilia is doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was...
Just because it's the plan doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen.
I want to use my way.
I went to get a hamburger.
Yeah, I got real hungry on the way and stopped off for a space cow burger because they don't have cows in space. No, I'm keeping to the plan. Last time I deviated from the plan, I ended up in prison. So I don't think there's anything I can do to help from the ship because I'm waiting on y'all.
Okay, that's fair.
Can I? No, I can't do anything on the ship either because I'm a new person and I'm probably not considered part of the crew. So if I start fucking around with the ship, Flashbulb is gonna stab me.
I gotta worry about caution tape first.
Yeah.
Also,
do you want to ask caution tape to do something for you?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, what do you want to do with the ship? Is the question.
I was probably just gonna have the ship like looking in on you guys to make sure everything was okay.
That's fine. Like, unless you're gonna like get into the cockpit and fly away.
I mean, I happen to have 3 in helm. No, that's not true.
It's like, peace out.
Yeah, I reprogram caution tape and steal the ship. No,
I don't have time for that.
I don't think there's anything I can do from the ship.
Okay.
So no, I'm just gonna be waiting. I'm gonna stick to the plan and wait for them to arrive.
Triage, do you have any other particular plans to try to slow these people down or to try to catch up with Face and Ruba?
I want to pull the fire alarm. I feel like
I love the like silence and then like
I love how everybody's just like, what?
It was part of this.
Because they obviously didn't go out the exit. They didn't go through the fire exit.
They're heading back to the ship through the
they're heading back to our ship.
Yes, but all of the goons are going to have to go out the specific fire exit if I pull the fire alarm.
We do have the help of Chance and possibly putting some of his bouncers in the way. Not literally in the way, but
that's true. I'm just trying to think of what would happen if, like,
it could be a very bad call. I'm not saying that it's a great decision on my part.
I mean,
it could be an amazing call too, depending on how things go.
Hilarious.
Here's the question: are you reckless? If you are, you'll do it. If you're not, then think about it.
It's fair.
I'm not reckless. I'm just broken. What am I? I'm something.
Unstable.
Yeah, I was like, you had a couple of good ones.
I don't think that pulling a fire alarm would help the situation.
Okay. Can I fall to the ground and yell, "Everybody get down, this man's got a gun," after the song? Like during the song transition to the next slower song? Obviously, I'm not going to point which man has a gun.
You might be able to distract some people that way. Yeah, that's definitely a sway to lie your butt off.
A steady, I love that. I'm not reckless. I'm just caution impaired.
What is the position and effect for this?
It's desperate standard.
How can I get What's the devil's bargain for this?
You're the person with the gun.
Yeah, you had the gun the whole time.
I mean, do you have a gun on you?
I haven't checked one off, no. I have spy gear on me, though. And illicit drugs.
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 Shoot somebody with the illicit drugs.
Honestly, illicit drugs in a space nightclub is not that big of a deal.
Not really.
Uh,
But is it our drugs or somebody else's drugs?
They're just drugs.
Oh, well.
I mean, the most obvious devil's bargain here is people will remember you for having done this, and you'll take +2 heat.
People remember me because of my damn lab coat, anyway.
I mean, sure, but they don't remember you doing something like they remember for your badass, amazing lab coat, not for your having done something really suspicious in the middle of a crime.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I have 0 dice otherwise, so I'm going to take that devil's bargain.
Okay.
Oh, shit!
Hey, there you go.
Nice.
wow.
You did it.
Damn. All right.
Jesus.
Fantastic. So
Gosh,
I
you
think-
did it,
Best
buddy.
devil's bargain we ever made.
Okay.
I did it.
So we're gonna take one off of the guard's catch-up clock and then tick one on make it to the packet loss as time elapses.
Good job, fam.
Yeah.
You did it, buddy.
Good job. No negative consequences.
Not yet.
That we
Yeah,
know of.
Fair.
So, for my
I mean,
last-
that devil's bargain happened, so
Yep.
that's a negative consequence.
But
That's
but
not a
that comes off.
consequence.
That comes off in the. That comes out in the payout and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
that's
that
in the future.
Yeah.
Um.
the future triage problem.
So for my last action to hopefully put us over the edge, what I'm going to do is with a sway, I'm going to make it look like we are attacked by someone in the hallway, and then subdue said person to make it look like I am stopping us from being attacked.
Oi. So basically, you're gonna try to like push her back and be like, "Look out!" and then like go around a corner and like pretend to take someone out.
I have
No,
I
no,
have a
like
really,
if there
really,
is
really
a
bad
person
idea.
in the hallway, what I am
Aw.
doing is I am actually going to like knock this person out, right? So like I'm going to with their body, like you know how like in the Jackie Chan movies he kind of like moves them around and stuff. So my whole theory is I'm going to move them around to make it look like they're attacking us, and then I'm gonna like put them in an arm bar and like knock them out. Because that makes her trust me more, and it's
I
also
have-
another like let's go kind of thing,
I have a really bad idea.
Okay,
which
I like
is-
it.
which-
I
which
love
requ-
bad ideas.
Which requires Flashbulb to catch up to y'all, but it's to use Chauce as that person.
So to be fair, Triage has been doing all the stuff behind you. So if you hoofed it, you could probably catch up to us. But that's up
Yeah,
to
is
Kelsa.
that-
She's
Is that
she's the
something
real
that
file
would
of
be
determination.
possible, Kelsa?
I think you would need to make a roll for it to
Okay.
get there.
Yeah, and I'd probably have to scramble to get there.
Yeah.
I'm really high on stress right now.
That's okay. Shas is really high.
This is true.
So I feel like this isn't like the end of the world if you don't make it. So I wouldn't push it. Like don't be crazy about it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it'd still be very funny to have him get first kicked by the goon and then get his ass kicked by you. But I have another thing I'm probably going to do with him that's going to be a little bit less him getting punched in the face by somebody and more just making sure that he gets home okay, because I'm not the most terrible person in the world.
We don't want him to be dead. We just want him to
Yeah.
get beat up a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And
just
not
want him to
and not-
suffer.
Yeah, I just want him to suffer. I don't want him to come back to me because he died. But yeah, I will get him back to his ship or whatever, however he got here. Then I'm gonna head back to the packet loss.
Okay, so that's what you're doing instead of running over to help Face.
Yeah, because I think I have that idea, and then I'm like, ugh, this isn't worth it. Like, it's like a little bit too much with Choss already. So,
okay,
I will let Face handle it because Face can handle it.
I think it's fairly trivial for you to either get him to tell you where his ship is, or you would know the name of his personal vessel, and being able to find where it's docked would be easy
I just
enough.
find the director. This club's got to have a directory. Just
I was
look
gonna
into
be
that.
like, no, like you take out his phone and you get him to
Yeah, there we
unlock
go.
it, and then you go to the where's my spaceship app.
Dude, where's my
Yes.
spaceship?
Do I find anything that incriminating on his phone that I could transfer to my own phone? Is that something I can do? Or did that require a roll?
I think that would require a roll, but like
Okay.
a luck roll. I think.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
can do a
unless you're
fortune
gonna
roll.
really, really dig.
Nah,
This is like a fortune roll. Like, is his lock screen like blackmail material or something
Yeah.
very obvious?
Because otherwise, I'll just take some selfies of him being high as balls. But yeah, let's see if he has anything actually incriminating. Is this one die fortune?
Yeah, just one die fortune.
Oh, that's a 3. Oh, too bad.
You're like, well, F Choss anyway.
No. I want to give you something here, but I'm trying to think of a way to phrase it that corresponds with it, so it's not nothing that you found. Let's see here. You see one of the contacts in his phone, like recent messages or whatever, pops up, and you see a name that you know, or you will later put together, is the press manager of the Homogenic News Network.
Interesting. So, number or
let's see here.
the HNN.
Uxo.
So,
OXOO.
wait, OXXOO?
XOXO.
OO. Uxo.
Can you just write it down? Because I think I missed it the second time.
There's lots of
Sure.
O's and lots of X's.
I live.
OOXOO.
Thank you. Okay. It's
Yeah.
lots of hugs and kisses. Okay.
Lots of
Oh, that's the
hugs.
one I said. That's
Just one kiss.
XOXO.
Well,
You don't want to be
kisses.
too forward. One kiss.
Right. Yeah. Just one.
Look. Uxo is sandwiching that. Gotta remember. Interesting. Okay. That's definitely transfer that number over, because that's
Okay.
I didn't know he was such a narc, but that's fits with Choss, to be fair.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you get him back to his ship.
Cool.
You get that one number out of his phone.
I leave him a note of what would she say? Looks like you. Oh, looks like your drinking is about as good as your racing. Flashbulb.
Sick burn.
Love it. All right. Looks like you drink about as well as you race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick burn. Lovely. I love it. Okay. So, Face, you said you had an idea for that last thing. You're going to be jumping just some rando.
Yes. And making it look like they are attacking us.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna knock them out.
That's desperate for sure.
That's such a silly way.
Everything I do is desperate.
I think this is limited effect because this is a hard sell.
Use some stress, increase that effect.
Oh no, I am almost out of stress as it is, and I can't afford to
Almost.
You're me right now. Cool. Good.
So do we want to use sway, I suppose?
I think so. Yeah,
Based
because
on like what I'm doing.
exactly.
Yeah, because the intent is to convince her not to beat the person up.
Basically, and for you to gain trust out of this.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Limited effect. Succeed, but there is a problem. This is it. There's two complications here. One is this person was not completely random. It's actually one of station security.
Oh.
The other problem is that means they put up a fight, and now you are hurt.
Did you just
resist
beat up Glitch's brother?
So
you
I'm
jerk?
gonna resist the first one, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
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 So I'm gonna resist the second one, and we'll see how that goes.
I'm assuming the second one's prowess, but
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the second one is prowess.
All right.
because it's not getting beat up. Oh,
That's 3 stress.
Sweet.
you good?
I am
Good,
I am
man.
1 away.
Oh, you were fine. What? You had 4 stress left. Oh no, I'm close. It's fine. It's
All right,
good.
so while this was not one of member of station security, they were still putting up a fight. You still managed to subdue them without taking
Although
any
it does
physical
make
harm
it look
yourself.
super realistic.
It does make it look super realistic. So yeah, since this is was limited effect, you guys have 1 more tick on there. And 1 more tick comes on the guard's clock because time has occurred.
Mhm.
But you did not she didn't stop trusting you, basically. You're almost there. Cecilia, you can see them coming down the hall.
I will set up my ambush.
How does that look like? I think that's where we're at right now.
It's just down the hallway, not actually near the pack of us.
I mean, however close they need to be, that's where they are.
And the ship still doesn't have guns, right? We just have the cool mining laser drill.
Just the mining drill, yeah.
And I don't think that this is
You know what it
think
is? I've got it.
There's not like a docking bay that you're inside of. There's like your airlocks is connected to the airlock of the station.
So to keep in mind, we're not trying to blast this lady with a space laser anyway.
No.
Like-
That was more for. I was waiting for intimidation factor. No,
Okay.
I've got it. When you guys start making it down the hallway, since this is very much the way, once they get to like the hall that leads to the airlock of where the ship is, Cecilia will be standing on the other side of the airlock door, and like we'll have that moment where like the Imperial March music plays and like the doors open up and just very much in like a full Darth Vader fashion, she's holding the sword and like the way beam will extend and she's like, "Welcome, darling. Why don't you come and have a talk with us?" And like in that Darth Vader, "Come join us for dinner."
But wait for the signal, because again, I could potentially just talk her into giving.
But that's what I mean. We're setting up the ambush.
Right.
So it's like when the moment is ready, that door is going to open and she's going to stand there intimidating as fuck. And she's going to be like, "We would be honored if you join us for dinner." So the person knows that they are in trouble.
All right, Face, what do you do? What do you say? How do you get her to hand that over to you? Or bring her on board, or both?
So when we get to the ship, I'm like, "Okay, this is my ship. We got here. I gotta go." Like, my employers will be very disappointed if this drop does not go well, and it could have harsh repercussions, like potentially trying to play up that, like, you know, this decision could like fuck up things above her head and potentially fall on her.
I love how you have like a distinct voice for when you're pretending to be somebody as Face.
Important.
Okay. I mean, I think this is desperate limited. You're right there, but you're trying to be like, "Okay, hand it over and we're gonna blast out of here, and you can get back to your ship." Is that because that's what I'm hearing? Am I picking up what you're putting down?
Yeah, because the whole thing is she's supposed to give me the artifact so I can go take it to our employer, right?
More or less, yes.
So that's kind of what I'm going with.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna need that lightsaber now.
So just before the doors open and the lightsaber, the saber,
Illegally distinct lightsaber.
yes.
Photon sword.
There you go.
Where is what I'm looking for here? Here we go. Okay, so she like pulls down your hood, exposing your face, and is like, you know, "You're not Raga." And
and I'm like, "You're right, I'm way better looking than he is. What, are you kidding me?"
Hold it.
So yeah, she's like, "Hold on a sec, that you're not who I'm supposed to be meeting." And then she's about to turn on you when doors slide open and Cecilia is like,
"Hello, darling. Why don't you step into the ship and we'll talk?" Wow. That's the sound of the way sword coming out.
"Mm-hmm."
You do have two options here: the easy way or the hard way. Either way, it works in our favor.
Okay. Somebody needs to make a roll here. It sounds like this sounds like it's command at this point.
I'm gonna say have it be Face, and I'm definitely helping with the sword. And the like, she's got her path blocked both forward and backward.
Okay, so Face is gonna roll some command, and you're gonna give one die.
I marked the stress for it.
Okay, plus 1 die in command.
There it is.
Ooh,
That
there
one
you
die
go.
made it.
The sword. It did it.
The sword did it.
Hey man, lightsabers is scary.
I
I
know.
mean, not lightsabers.
Dun, dun,
Blade sword.
ba, ba, ba.
Yeah. The lightsabers.
The lightsaber.
Sabers made of light.
She looks incredibly angry, but she nods and steps onto the ship.
Ooh.
What do you do?
Yeah, what do y'all do?
Knock her out. Steal her stuff. Oh, well, we should probably contact the others so they know to get back here.
So presumably, because of all the crazy things they did to her goons, they should get here before they do, right? Plus, they don't even know where she went at this point.
I mean, they've spread out throughout the...
Like, they would theoretically have to, like, look for her. And if
they've
she's on the
spread
ship,
out throughout the ship, so somebody stumbling across you is pretty likely.
So where are they compared to where the goons are? Because
I think I can get to the ship just fine.
That's what I mean. Like, can we get them here?
Probably.
Yeah.
If you guys want to try to get there before the goons converge on you.
Actually, I have an idea for an alternate exit for us. Using caution tape and the fact that we have a shuttle.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking that was my second bet, but I would prefer to have everybody on board. So if we need to jump this chick and I go down because of stress, we have other people here because she's a badass.
I think Flashbulb can get there in time. I think it's Triage that's the question. Because I just went to drop off shots.
I feel like we should at least give it a shot and
sure.
get as many of us on there as possible. Mm-hmm. And then if we need to have the alternate plan, we already do have the alternate plan because that was in the back of my head as well.
Cool.
All right. Triage,
so
how do you
what
get
is
there?
Triage's circumstance at the moment?
You tell me. You were, last we saw you were still on the dance floor, and the goons that you had entrapped in your holographic maze had just escaped and went their separate ways, spreading throughout the ship. We cut away from you. It's been a number of minutes, so you could be anywhere by now. Where are you?
On the ship.
I assume I would be listening in on the comms, and I would be making my way towards like a good like pincer formation point.
Okay, so it sounds like you're on your way. But if you guys want to get there before the rest of the goons converge on you,
we can scramble. You can do it.
Scrambled eggs is best eggs.
Yeah. What's the position and effect, I guess? Getting there.
I think it's desperate standard. I think if you succeed this roll, you're there, but if you fail, you're in a fight.
All right.
And getting hurt.
I can deal with that. I'm not gonna ask for a devil's bargain here. I'm already at enough of a. It's enough of a time for me. So.
Nah, you got it, buddy. Go for it.
I do.
Flashbulb has made it back, no problem. Triage.
Yeah.
Are you going to scramble and get back to the ship as soon as possible?
Why not? Let's give it a shot.
Oh,
I like a devil's bargain.
I'm a doctor, not a runner.
I probably should have potency because it's a speed related roll, and I'm an ace pilot.
Do you want to? Do you want to get there before face and already be on the ship?
Yes. Let's do
I love that. That's so good.
It's perfect.
I love that.
Well, because I mean, like, you had to fight that guy, and that took a minute.
Yeah.
She just had to drop off poor High Chas.
Yeah.
And maybe his ship was nearby.
I'm already changed into my spacesuit, smoking a cigar.
Like,
in the cockpit.
What is my position and effect for my scramble?
Desperate standard. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, you're getting shot out by these guards. Goons, not guards.
And by shot out, she beats into space.
Oh.
So I'm getting shot.
You are getting shot, definitely.
Yike.
You may want to spend armor or try to reduce this because you're going to take level 3 harm. Phaser burn.
So give me 1 second. I will, because I haven't set my last 2 points of load, set armor. So I will have armor for this.
Oh, okay. Nice. So that's going to reduce it to level 3 harm. Sorry, from level 3 to level 2. Apologize. You can resist that to reduce it to level 1 harm. And you are in a fight.
Okay. I don't have any weapons.
Welp.
Just run. It's fine.
Running is definitely an option.
I will scramble again.
Okay. Yeah. Did you take the level 2 harm, or did you want to resist that down to level 1?
No, I'm just going to take the level 2.
Okay. So that is going to cost you 1 die then from this roll, because your injury is most definitely. And I think you're getting lesser effect because of your old gunshot wound as well.
So they shot me right in the gunshot wound. So limited effect.
Desperate Limited, make a run for it.
With 0 dice. I need to make this 0 dice. How do I make this 0 dice?
You should. Oh.
How about a devil's bargain or something, man? Like, do something.
Yeah, you want a devil's bargain? I got a devil's bargain.
I'll take a devil's bargain. What's up?
Bald tattoo guy catches up.
Oh, he's awake again.
Yeah,
Catches
he's
up
awake
with who?
again. With you. Like, you got like 2 of the goons like come around a corner and pop a couple shots off at you. One of them hits you, you're like, and they drop back, and bald tattoo guy wearing nothing but his underpants strolls down the hall.
You were nice enough to leave his underpants?
Fucking pissed. All right,
So-
fuck it. Buck ass naked. He
Hell
doesn't give a
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
He's got tattoos
go-
in places.
I'm
Wow.
gonna go out on a limb and say that's a really bad
I
plan.
succeeded, but I put my effects in wrong.
That's okay. You're almost there.
I'm almost there. So
Uh,
another scramble roll.
But first, there's a.
Actually,
there's a
no. I would like to scrap to do like a running up him face kick
Oh god.
and then like slide through his legs. to
This
get
is
out.
gonna end so poorly.
I mean, if you're
I'm
if
wearing
you're gonna
stilettos, too.
slide under his legs, you might as well just go for the groin shot instead of trying to run up and kick his
You're
face.
taking a consequence from the scramble first.
That's what I'm
so-
trying to say. Is you're gonna take a consequence from the scramble first. Okay. So you start to get away. You turn around a corner, and you're almost home free. You can see the airlock to the packet loss, and you are around the corner, but suddenly the floor is the ceiling and the ceiling is the floor, and you fly up.
The
I'm gonna
floor is
resist
lava.
that.
Yeah. So this is a resolve resist.
Why is it resolve? Oh, because it's way.
Way shit.
It's way shit.
Wee shit.
Alternatively, it could be a prowess.
Alternatively,
Okay.
it's fine.
Alternatively, it's fine. No problem.
So here's a
Completely
question.
stress free.
I'm assuming that I'm like, dude, where is she? Where is she? Can I reach out to Chance and just see if Chance can send over some security to help her out?
Well, this is her. Yeah, you can do that. She's like right there. Like you feel the gravity start to shift with this weird wave power, and you manage to like leap further down the hallway and stand back up just outside of the range of the inverted gravity. Go ahead and trying to get Chance to do this feels like it's a consort.
Consorts.
To be like, so hey, remember that favor I was saying maybe you could do? Can you do it like
Like right
Now.
now?
Right
So would
now.
that be risky or desperate? I feel like it's only risky.
yeah, it's only risky. It's only risky for you.
Right.
Because this is really actually, I think, controlled. Like, this is more like of a setup for triage than anything else.
So controlled standard?
Yes. Oh,
jeez.
barely. He actually says this is the last time. For real, I mean it. And you're not here to kiss me quiet. But the guards are there. They stand between you and this weird naked bald man. Triage, you've got just a moment. You can probably make it to the ship unless the gunshot wounds cripple you.
I'm going to scrap my way out of this because that's the better roll than scramble.
You can't. He's behind you.
Who's in front of me?
Nobody. The door. You need to get to it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was people from behind.
I put a meat wall between them and you, right? But you still need to get to the door, because who knows what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Also, you're a doctor, not a runner. I guess.
Also,
I thought that was limited to once per session, but I'm seeing now that is not the case.
It's a stress.
It just costs you stress.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, FaZe can't afford to lose a friend, so I'm going to resist that with 1 stress left. So let's see how this goes.
Oh, well, you stress out.
Oh, I stress out.
Hooray! Trauma,
Finally!
trauma.
He finally
I already
did
know
it.
what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Haunted.
Oof.
Welcome to
Haunted
the
by
Glitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Desperate with limit. How do I make it 0 dice?
I mean,
-1. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how
This is also the consort was a setup roll, right?
Yeah, so that's going to help you out. This is actually going to improve your position or effect. You don't really need.
I want the Desperate roll because that'll level up my prowess.
Okay, so yeah, the effect, sure. That means even on a partial success, you definitely are going to make it. However, on a failure, it's gonna hurt.
Come on, dice.
I feel like that's not a
It
success.
doesn't know how to roll a 0 die.
Load. It just
It's
didn't
not
roll it.
loading.
All right, you just roll 2d6. And we're gonna keep the lowest.
Double sixes.
Yeah.
Double sixes.
Oh!
Oh, the opposite of what I wanted you to do.
Triage is dead.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh.
Triage, you make a dash for it.
No, I
and-
don't.
No, you do.
You break a heel.
We're composite characters.
You are competent characters. You make a dash for it, and the bald naked man makes a gesture, and you and all of the guards are on the ceiling again. And goddamn, it hurts to be slammed up against the ceiling. You're gonna take a level 3 harm, a concussion, as you hit your head on the ceiling when gravity suddenly inverts and you land straight on your head as you fall up.
How many level 2 harm things do you have?
I have a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3 harm now.
Oh, this is fine.
Oh, the trifecta.
Trifecta of pain.
And basically the guards that got sent are effectively out of commission.
Ah, shit. I added the stress and said we were rolling. I'm a doctor, not a runner.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh.
and then we.
If you
rolled
spent
it
the
wrong.
stress, then roll it. Then roll your doctor.
This will
Yeah,
be
well-
completely different then.
Yeah.
Desperate, standard, -1.
Oh, thank God.
There you go. You made it.
Yeah.
You didn't
And I
take
leveled
level
up my scramble.
By
Okay,
the
so
way-
I didn't take all of that nonsense.
By the way, so even though I stress out, I still am able to convince him that we're still cool, right?
happens.
Yes.
Her.
Okay.
Or
Right.
him.
No, him.
Because I still resisted
Chance.
it. Okay.
Yes, you managed to resist it. You're
Okay.
like, you're like, I'll make this up to you, baby, or whatever, and I'll forgive
I'm
you.
under a lot of
Wink.
stress right now, man.
My girlfriend went to
triage.
jail for shooting some poor doctor in the fucking
Wait,
face.
girlfriend, and then everything turns over on its head.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's why he's haunted.
Yeah. No, I meant him telling the. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
So
think
I-
that's a problem.
No.
So
no.
we see the Triage's life flash before our eyes as her head smashes into the ceiling, and then it zooms back into what actually happens, where she narrowly jumps out of the gravitational field and into the airlock of the.
And the door spiraled shut, and the packet loss blasts off.
We out of here.
And
We're
You're like
you're
Team
out.
Rocket.
You have a hostage.
We do, in fact, have a hostage.
A hostage that's probably stronger than all of us when we're healthy.
We can airlock her.
That's not what's gonna happen at all.
Hey,
But it
she's y'all's problem. I got her here.
We can sedate her because we have a medical lab.
That's true.
So, and we just gotta deliver the artifact, and we can just be like, "Hey, this is also the person that got the artifact. You're welcome. We'd like some more money, please."
All right, so let's talk end of score stuff.
All right.
Mind
Hell yeah.
if you knock out Triage first so I can call it a night because I'm feeling beat up.
Yeah, do we want to let's do your XP first, and then I'll go through the rest of end of score stuff, and we'll finish up after that. So
All right, sounds good.
did you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion?
I mean, not really, no. I mean, saying that guy has a gun was like an insightful choice with my limited resources, but I don't think it was really addressing a challenge too much as it was like taking a last-ditch effort.
You didn't
Okay.
roll for it.
I did roll for it.
You did roll for it. You did
did
succeed
roll for
in,
it.
in keeping some people at bay.
Fair, I'll take it. Special beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I don't necessarily think so. I didn't really get too much of an opportunity to roleplay today because I was kind of feeling crud. So I'm willing to take that loss. Struggle with an issue from my vice or traumas during the session? Nope, not that I know of. I did get like 3 experience from desperate rolls though.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I think that about does it for my available experience.
Okay.
All right, everyone.
Cool.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.
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 How is
So
this gonna work if I kill the Zoom call?
can you just cover the camera?
I was gonna go to bed, but
Oh, okay. That's fair.
what
It'll
if
I
I
can-
just
everything up.
turn off my
No,
camera?
go ahead. I'll
That'll
flip
make
it.
it
I'll
worse.
flip it to 4K.
We'll deal with it.
Okay.
We got this.
Yep.
Bye.
We Gucci.
Okay. Gucci.
Yeah. There we
Great. So at the end of the score, where did oh, here we go. I have too many sheets open. All right, let's talk heat.
How about payoff first?
Oh yes, payout. What did we agree to pay out on this score?
I don't
6
remember.
million?
No.
I don't remember.
I feel like it was 6.
It was
Um,
probably 6.
If I'm remembering
6
correctly.
sounds correct to me. Do
Yeah.
you want to quickly do a roll to see if you can convince them to give you more?
Hells yes, after this nonsense.
Yeah,
This was
I
not an
would-
easy
Okay.
quest.
Yes, we would. I don't know which of us
Sway?
can. Are you still out
So
of it?
it all depends on
trauma-wise?
when this conversation happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's enough time will pass that he'll be
Okay.
out of the
Then yeah,
trauma.
face.
Because like
face
I'm
me.
out of the score, so that's why I figured.
And
I'd
the
be
score
okay.
is,
Yeah.
is over.
The
Well,
score's
you're out of
over.
the scene, and this is definitely a different scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inarguably.
So yeah, you sway them
Risky, standard.
fortune?
Essentially, this is going to be a fortune roll with your sway stat. If you succeed, then you get the money for her. If you fail, if you get a partial success, then you get the money for her, but your contact resents you for it. And if you fail, you not only don't get the money, you also still have a hostage.
Great. This is fine.
And we airlock her.
Why?
Why? You're ruthless. You wouldn't disagree.
Oh damn, she's getting airlocked.
Oh no.
Okay.
You're not airlocking people on this ship.
And Flashbulb is vicious, not ruthless.
That's
Those
fair.
are definitely different.
Yep.
So yeah, they're like, we don't need
apparently still
her.
fucked up.
All right.
No,
you
we don't
keep
need
her.
to airlock her.
I mean, I think we have a. We can find out who what faction she's from. That would be helpful.
I feel like this could lead us into a whole nother job theoretically. Like,
It could.
or us ransoming her.
well, that's what I mean. Now
the
we're
job is
kidnappers,
ransoming
not
her.
just smugglers.
Yeah.
That's definitely one thing you could do.
I did not mean to kidnap this person. It's fine.
I feel like this was actually fairly standard exposure.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't too loud or
Well,
chaotic.
except for that tattooed guy, he was definitely overexposed.
So
I mean, sure, but that was like not very
So
many
we-
people saw that.
So we got 6
but
cred.
I was
Yes.
making a joke about his lack of clothes.
Are we? Everyone gets 1 cred, and the 2 for the ship go to upkeep. Is that how we're doing it?
Works for me.
It works.
Okay. Cool. Because I'm definitely gonna be spending my 1 cred because I need to.
Let's see. +1 heat from use of artifacts.
I definitely needed triage to get her ass back to the ship because I am beat up.
Mm.
And so is she.
Yeah, I was about to say, both of you. I'm very happy that I didn't take any harm during this mission. That was very nice.
And somehow
No flashballs were
managed to
hard
not kill
during this
anybody.
mission.
Mm-hmm.
So that's only 7 heat, -1 because of your
Just passing through.
just passing through.
7 heat.
You took 2 devil's bargains with +2 heat each.
Oh, right. Oh,
I know we
okay.
took 1. We took 2 with +2.
Yeah,
Holy
we
shit.
probably
You took
last
one last
time.
week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, shit.
I think you're wanted in Rin now.
Oh, good.
We're just wanted everywhere. It's fine.
Look, it's only
It's
one
starting
wanted
to
level.
get that way.
Like one
2,
wanted level.
3, 4.
Oh, we're definitely wanted.
Yeah, you're definitely wanted. All right, you're wanted. Good job.
We did it.
You're wanted in 3 out of 4 systems right now. It's fine.
Let's go to whatever system we're not wanted in. It's fine.
Holt, yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong in Holt, really.
You know what? It's not like there's a freaking planet, a galaxy-ending, perhaps, event happening there, or a rebellion that might be happening there.
Hey, I told our old lady contact, and she said don't worry about it, so it's
Well,
not
hey,
my fault anymore.
hey, if there's a rebellion starting there, we just start a new ship with the rebel ship, and it's fine.
That's how you do that.
Great. Let me roll your entanglement. Just
Oh boy.
um
Oh, we're on the 1-1 entanglements this time.
you sure are. Okay. Good times. That'll
Oh,
come up.
Really quick, how does my resolve work with my desperate resolve thing since I have all my boxes filled in?
I'm not sure what you mean.
So I have literally every dash under resolve, so when I get desperate resolve, does that do anything for my experience?
Hold on. Nope, you cannot until you guys get the advance.
We don't have. There's no mastery in this game. That's only blades.
I thought there was.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Nothing. there's nothing you get for filling up
I
that any
am
further.
sad. So,
Way to,
like,
way to
I
min
can't-
max, buddy.
Get some insight.
Hey, I have 1 pip in insight. Thank you very much.
One.
And so I can't like put it towards anything else.
Nope.
Oh, that sucks. Okay,
Nope.
I need to start
There's
punching
only-
more people.
I mean, it's not everything is about experience, but whatever.
Well, I mean, yes, but
Except
it's
for
thinking
when
about
it
experience.
Let's do experience. Packet loss. As a crew, did you successfully execute a transport or smuggling operation?
I mean, we did
Successfully?
transport.
No.
We did transport. No, we did transport the artifact back to the
Yeah.
patron.
you
This
did.
was. I mean, it depends on whether you can.
That wasn't the
transport.
mission because
The mission was
the-
getting the artifact, so we did do that.
moving the artifact was not the difficult part.
Acquiring
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 said
it,
artifacts,
and we did
yeah.
acquire it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Yes.
Absolutely. You certainly did. Absolutely, certainly did. Let's see.
In fact, I don't know how the hell we keep coming out of these things without somebody dying.
Because we're competent.
I'll roll for what that is later. Okay, great. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Certainly daring.
That
Yeah.
was pretty daring. Yeah,
Certainly
I'll grant
daring.
that. I'll grant that.
especially with Chance there to kind of spread the word and give us the big old thumbs up.
Mhm. If this was only if this was
I don't know about
Face's-
that.
If this was Face, not the packet loss, I would also argue for Saucy, but that was only Face. But yeah, definitely daring. Like this entire thing was quite daring, and we somehow got out of it with only one person getting shot. So yeah, that's what I would argue at least.
All right. And did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of this crew?
We tried pawning her off to our contact after we kidnapped her. I feel like that goes with our goal / drive of get money.
I feel like
Get
yes.
money.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Inner conflict. I don't know. I feel like that was the big thing. We did have the face flashbulb. Like maybe we could just stun her. You're like, no. There's a much better way to do these things. Which he was right, to be fair, but still. Flashbulb
So we
will
knock
never,
her out, right? Like,
Flashbulb
no,
will
stop
never-
hitting people.
Flashbulb will never admit it, but I don't know. 6? Maybe?
That's what that looks like to me. Okay.
We have another advance.
Yay! All right, let's do people XP. Face.
God, I feel like she's like Leonidas, and I'm like, stop kicking people into the pit of despair.
I don't think the funny thing is I think Flashbulb has only killed like one person this entire game.
Yeah, you haven't really killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
It's just that she's vicious.
You know,
You'd be
it's
vicious in other ways besides killing.
I was gonna be like, it's always surprising what you can live through. So, Face, let's do your XP.
Yay.
Did you express a tough challenge with deception or influence?
Yes. Like lots of them.
You sure did. Take 2 XP. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Many times. I talked about how I was upset about losing a family member with my crew. And I did that on multiple occasions. In fact, I took a trauma so that I wouldn't lose a contact this game.
That's true. That is very true. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
So I did not have any vice or traumas when this started, but I don't know if that counts because I technically got it when this happened, but I did it as part of my backstory. So
I don't think you really struggled with it, and I don't feel like it has really had a chance to come up or affect anything.
Right. That's kind of what I'm saying is like it wasn't technically this. Like I was kind of already kind of playing this because of
Yeah.
whatever. Like it would have worn off eventually, but now it's going to kind of stay there, basically. So I didn't really have a trauma, so I don't think it really comes up.
Okay. Cecilia.
Like last week, I didn't do much. I basically just addressed the tough challenges in wisdom. Other than that, I did not express any beliefs, drives, or heritage, and I did not struggle with any issues with vice or trauma because they haven't come up. So I think I only have 2, because knocking the guy out and then doing the cool stuff with the way powers at the end there. I think it's just 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
2's 2.
2 is 2. Not a whole lot of opportunities as a mystic I'm seeing by compared to my engineer.
I think it's just been this
it's just this one. Yeah. But it's weird because it's like this is her heist and I'm not doing a lot of cool way stuff, which is weird.
Well, that's why you had to pull in everybody else.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it'll pick up, but it's like, there's a significant difference between how Glitch was working and this one, and it's like, 2, yay. That's all.
All right. Did you address this is a flashbulb. Did you address a tough challenge with speed or flair?
You better believe I did with speed, at least.
Definitely with speed, possibly with flair.
Possibly with flair.
That showing up on the ship before we got there was baller.
I mean, kind of. Actually, just already being in the pilot's seat changed and with your cigar, that feels like flair to me.
I love it. Like, I could just see Face opening up the ship like, how is that? I just...
Don't worry about it.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
Background for sure, because Choss has been
Choss.
this entire thing.
Yep.
Otherwise, let's see. Beliefs, drives, heritage, background. Me being cloned did not come up. I definitely showing what I'm made of with going through this entire plan and just being like, I learned all of this from Face. Like, I learned to be this distraction from Face.
That's true. You've definitely been following Face's lead.
Yeah.
Did you struggle with any issues from your vice or traumas?
Vice, no. Trauma, maybe.
I think so.
I feel like Vicious a lot.
I feel like you pushed Vicious quite a bit, and it was going to get you into trouble.
Yeah, you really could have blown everything because you were so intent on messing with Choss.
Yeah. It's good that I didn't, but yeah.
I mean, like, it's good that it worked out for sure, but it could have went really bad.
Yeah. Almost using Choss as bait. Almost. Well, actually, I did. Because, I threw him at board goon in a cocktail dress. So, yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, 6. Full XP. I love it.
Yeah.
That's a playbook advance. And
nice.
I'm 1 away from a result advance.
I actually took a second Pippin Insight, y'all.
Congrats.
Nice.
Congrats, you did it.
Yeah, I now have Never Tell Me the Odds, so I generate gambits on desperate rolls and also generate gambits even if I spend a gambit.
Nice. I've been waiting for this. All desperate all the time.
All desperate and spending 3 stress each time.
It's like, Kelsa, I want to go to the bathroom. I want to trade all the position for all the effect.
Tell me how it's desperate. Well, I'm hanging from the corner, aiming.
You see, I opened the hall.
You say that. I have +1 die on making trick shots.
There you go. Off the rim of the cup.
I'm going to ricochet it across the bathroom.
Nothing but toilet.
It's even more impressive as a lady. You did it.
Cool. That's everybody's XP, yeah?
No.
We did
it. We did it. That's it.
Did it.
Let's do some outros. I don't know who to go to because outro isn't here.
Because outro's not here to start the outro.
So
Saintguard, how about you?
Saintguard, go.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, sure, we can go with Face.
Rhys?
So this Tuesday we are actually officially starting the talk show that I've been talking about forever now because it's officially after the holidays. So
Yay!
we will be streaming at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Stop by. We'll be talking about all kinds of fun stuff. Besides that, you can find me here on Thursday, and then at some point soon, I may be joining Bag of Bones on Sundays with Outro. So stop by for that as well, because that's definitely a lot of fun.
I get to die next week.
Yay!
Looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess Saint next.
Yes.
Yeah, it's me. Hi, everybody. My name is Saintguard. I'm a variety streamer and sometimes jam at tabletop role-playing games. You could usually find me over, well, I say usually, but it's been 2 weeks, over on my own channel, just twitch.tv/Saintguard. I don't know if I'm going to be back this week. I might be busy, but next week I will be back. Well, I will be streaming. I have some new games. Probably might be starting Yakuza Kiwami. Definitely will be playing Katana Zero. Probably some Total War Warhammer, because I got all of those. And I still have Rebelcom and a bunch of other things. But yeah, you can also check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Saintguard Last Museum with an LY at the end. And that's about it for me. I got like tabletop. I talked about this at the beginning of the show. I got a hell of a lot of tabletop role-playing game things to work on. So if you're curious about that, hit me up on Twitter or on Discord. So those are the best two places to find and talk to me. But yeah, that's me.
And I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. You can find me at Kelsa on Twitter, and Twitch and YouTube, it's KelsaDelphi. I run this game here as Space Mistress on Packet Loss every Thursday, a game that I dearly love and am excited to see where we go next. I love Downtime. It's one of my favorites. So
Downtime is so much fun.
Yeah.
Next week, and on Sundays, I'm over on Outro's channel for Bag of Bones. My own channel every other Monday is Consumed, and coming back next week. Super excited for Thursday during the day. Savage Tide, which is a D&D 5e adventure that I play over on the Greyhawk channel. So I'm really looking forward to that coming back. And my boy Bajko getting to kick some ass and grow as a person, as now he has fulfilled his lust for vengeance and now has an empty hole in his heart. Not
Fulfilling
literally,
lust
just
for vengeance
emotionally.
is always amazing, though.
Yeah, for that one moment. But now it's gone. And
Now
he has
it's
to deal with the aftermath.
Ramification.
Yes, the ramifications. That's a good one. Indeed. All right, and Rhys,
Yes,
this is your
that
channel.
means it's me. Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Rendis. You're currently watching our channel, Party Wipe Games. We normally do tabletop games almost every day of the week, and we are probably looking to expand now that it's a new year. New games, who dis? If you have not considered already, consider supporting our Patreon, because at the end of the month, either the second to last or the last week of the month, depending, we will be doing one-shots for everyone, and we are currently lined up for the Alien RPG for the month of January, and we have a lot of spots available. Hey, fun tip, the $5 pledge gets you a raffled spot, but since we're very small on our group individual amounts right now, $5 probably will guarantee you a spot in it. So you don't have to do the $10 for a guaranteed spot right now. So if you want to, be an early supporter, $5 will still get you in. So consider if you want to help. The lineup for the week is normally a homebrew 5th edition game called Forest for the Trees, where it's a 1920s high fantasy adventure. Tuesdays, we play Vampire the Masquerade, and we're finally getting back to that, thankfully. We play Sabbat Loyalists to the Prince of Vancouver. This show is called Vancouver by Night, of course. Wednesdays, we are normally on Forgebreaker's channel, where I play in 2 different games alternating weeks. On Thursdays, we are, of course, here. Fridays, we are finishing Good Omens. We're more than halfway through, and we can probably wrap it up fairly quickly. We've been kind of putting that off with the holidays as well. Saturdays, we play Descent into Avernus, where things are starting to get a little spicy, as the Paladin is racked with constant doubt and inadvertently pledged themselves to Elturel, which may or may not have horrible ramifications down the road. Stay tuned. Sundays, we are getting back into Tomb of Annihilation soon as well, so that'll be fun. I'm playing a dead person in a campaign about not being dead, so we'll see how that works out later. That's all. I don't know if there's anybody who we can raid tonight. Let's take a look. We should definitely send some good karma to somebody. Anybody you guys see on?
Let's see. Let me go to
AB Gaming Real is playing Time of Total Warfare BattleTech RPG.
Okay. We'll go over to them then. We've gone to them before. Let's give them the love. Guys, stick around. Make sure to give them some love, and we will see you next Thursday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.